listening to the Bourbon Nerdz podcast. Today's episode, Bourbon for Dummies, featuring special guest Holden Wright, straight out of D-Town.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about this episode for a while. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode. I hope you're all at home right now, staying warm. You've survived Snowgeddon of 2026. I know my roads on my street are still really bad, but the main roads are pretty good. So hopefully you didn't have any craziness. You got to stay inside, stay warm, no electricity outages, drink a lot of bourbon and watch a lot of Netflix and movies. So I know I did. But yeah, so Holden, excited to have you on. We've been talking about this forever. You might be the busiest person I know.
I'm glad to be here, man. I've loved it since you guys have started. So
I appreciate that.
I've wanted to be part of a podcast since podcast started.
Well, I'm glad we're here to pop your cherry. But
I'll walk in here during the day sometimes, and they just have our YouTube videos playing. And they're like, new video out.
your podcast cherry, just to be specific.
Yeah.
But I hope I didn't offend anybody. But yeah, why don't you, you do a lot. I know you are very busy, as you said, but like talk to us a little bit about what you got going on. I know your newer business that we're actually sitting at today recording. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
So I guess I'll go my history, kind of work history.
When I was a young lad.
Yeah, when I was a
I had
wee
to
lad.
walk 10 miles and 10 feet of snow.
It's funny, actually, because I went to Washington Irving, and I live half a block from Washington Irving now, and that's where my kids go to school.
Hey, Northwest Side's forever.
Yeah, I know. Washington Irving is a BEST. That's what they always said. It's actually got horrible school ratings, so I'm trying to help my kids pump up the ratings a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter went there too.
Yeah,
Pump up the jam.
Pump it up.
Yeah, I was born in Durant, born and raised. Lived here up until I was 18. Went to Stillwater. Went to school.
Ooh, go Pokes.
Yep, go Pokes.
Fred Minnick, if you're listening out there, man.
Yeah, I actually got to go during the Brandon Whedon and what's his name that fell out of the NFL? Justin Blackman. One of the greatest college receivers of all time.
I used to play against him.
for
We were
real.
the same age, and so I played against him every year in basketball.
He got arrested not too long ago. He is literally falling off. I think it's
Well,
sad.
apparently Des Bryant really kind of messed him up, but I don't know how true that is.
Well, so I was there during Stillwater days, and he was a nice guy. There's nothing. I don't have anything wrong to say. It's just I know a lot of teams passed on him during the draft because their scouts saw him at the bar every single night, which turned out being a good choice.
I did run into him at Ardmore at a couple concerts before.
Yeah. I ran into Des Bryant one night at the bar.
I came to Calf Ride in 2009, so you might have been going to school around then.
Yeah. Well, so I went 2010 is when I started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I think it was 2009 because it was the year Cody Canada got hit with the liquor bottle.
And said he'd never come back. Yep. So
and then he did come back.
Yeah. It's Stillwater always brings everybody back.
It does,
He
man.
brought
great smell of cow manure and little bars.
Brought back Turnpike, dude.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I love Turnpike. That was my most listened. I think Garrett and I both most listened to album or band last year. So
yeah, I'd love to.
We saw them in concert, dude. Phenomenal. They put on a hell of a show. I'm so glad I got to go to that concert. It was excellent.
Well, so Stillwater, went there for 4 years, graduated, went to the oil field for about 11 years, and then moved back to Durant. We bought Marco's Pizza, 4 years ago or so. Knew the owners, BJ and Melissa, great people. Bought that, ran that for myself for about a year, and then trained up a general manager, got them running it, did some more oil field stuff.
Big Matt, right?
Yep, Big Matt's my second GM.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Caleb was my first one. But yeah, Big Matt, he runs it for us now. Got a little bit of free time, so I started doing some engineering, kind of consulting work a little bit, where I got to go down. I got to travel a lot, which was really cool. Got to go to the Gulf for a couple months at a time, out on a couple different platforms, and then go to Saudi, Qatar, Kuwait, stuff like that. So that was super fun. But I've got little kids. I got Quincy's about to be 8. Emery just turned 4, and got another one on the way. I don't know if I told you that or not, but
no, you didn't, dude. Yeah. Congratulations.
Another one on the way in June. So
wow.
Bunch of them trying to repopulate the earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
So I just traveling too much and just decided I want to do something different. So we opened At Work, which is where I think most of the time you guys shoot your podcast in here. So we're happy to be able to provide the space.
Yeah, we should start saying straight from At Work.
Yeah, we did. We should get you free At. Brought to you by At Work.
No,
actually.
I'm just happy to be a part of it, man. Yeah. So, and At Work, so Marco's Pizza, obviously we make pizza, sell pizzas to people. And then with At Work, we help put people to work. So we work with different companies to get contracts with them, and essentially help them find positions that are either high turnover, hard, difficult to find, skills that need to line up with them, and then we place people in those positions.
Yeah, and I've referred several. I don't know how many people have followed up, but I've referred several people.
No, we get quite a few. We appreciate it every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then your parents own the Taco Casas, right?
Yeah.
And then Andrew kind of runs those now, but
yes.
So Taco Casas are also kind of in the family.
Yeah, they're half a block from here. I eat Taco Casa probably 4 days a week.
He eats Taco Casa or Marco's, and
Literally.
he's still
Skinny.
I
don't know. I don't know about better shape, but he's thinner.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm about to start getting in the gym again. I'm about to start doing it again.
Yeah, same. Well, this weather has really screwed up my gym routine, but
same. I haven't been.
I literally was going to before this podcast. Took me like forever. I had to finish the thon, get out, go pick up my wife, take her back on, and by the time because work got a little crazy today, but yeah. So, anyways, want to kind of just quick overview of kind of what this episode is going to be about. We've talked about this, and again, it's not to call anyone a dummy. It's right. You know those books that they make for dummies. They're like.
It's crazy you have to explain that these days.
Yeah, but I do want to explain it because somebody's like, "What are you calling? Who are you calling a dummy?"
The episode's for me. I'm the dummy.
Yeah, and there's and I
calling dummy.
You know,
dummy.
And I have a lot of people I meet through my job and different things and walks of life. And I don't think we have a bunch of episodes that do a really good job highlighting things in bourbon, but we don't have one that I would like to reference people to. So I wanted this episode to be where we're going to talk about some of the most common terminologies in bourbon. We're going to talk about some tasting notes, you know, how to taste whiskey, the differences between bourbon, rye, and wheated, just some of the common trends. We're going to talk about some of the most famous bourbon cocktails. We're going to have some bourbon trivia that we're going to spring on Holden and see how much he knows. And
I'm ready for
give him an opportunity to ask us questions, kind of like a little bourbon hotline thing. And then we'll talk a little bit definitely want to talk about the Super Bowl. Not surprised the Seahawks and Patriots are in there, but definitely want to talk through our thoughts on who we predict are going to win that game. We're going to talk a little bit about Oscars, maybe ask Holden some of his favorite movies and talk through some of that. And then last call, we'll share a few updates. Nothing major right now, but are working on some things that are pretty exciting that we want to share with you guys. So with all that said, let's get to it.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
That's one thing. If I could pick to be really good at,
let's get it on.
It's singing, man. And
Yeah,
I would
Sing
say,
it, brother.
I'm like very middle of the road.
Can I tell you my St. Lucia story real quick? So I killed it karaoke in St. Lucia, and I have witnesses, but I branched out a little bit. So I sang 4 songs. Obviously, I ended on Wonderwall, which is my go-to karaoke song. And Garrett's an awesome karaoke singer too as well. But I wanted to try something different. I did R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly.
There you go.
I killed that one. I struggled a little bit on Neon Moon, Brooks and Dunn, one of my all-time favorite country songs. I kept trying to do like a country accent.
Yeah, too country.
Yeah, I got a little bit too country. But I mean, I still did a decent job. And then I sang, what else did I sing? I sang one more song. I can't even think. It'll come to me.
I have the most random assortment of songs I sang in karaoke. It wasn't last week. I think it was the week before.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago you went.
And I did, what did I do? So there was a couple songs he didn't have. Like I usually like doing Jeremy by Pearl Jam. And he didn't have it. And I was like, well, crap, give me another song.
Yeah, he does a really good job of that.
I think I did a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Oh, yeah.
And then I did Rodeo by Garth Brooks.
Yeah,
I did Eminem.
There you go.
And then I did I'll Make a Man Out of You, the Disney song.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Everybody at the bar was like, you should go do karaoke more often. I was like, yeah, I love Disney songs, dude. Let's get it.
That is.
And then I ended with Snuff by Slipknot, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, wow.
But it's just like, I love doing different assortments. Like
I saw a video a while back. It was a wedding singer sing a Slipknot song. Did you see that one?
I don't think so.
It was super good. It was the dude. I can't remember. I like Slipknot, but I don't listen to them all the time. I'll have to find it and send it to you guys.
Snuff. I think Snuff is a beautiful song. It's one of their slower ones.
Yeah.
It could be that one or it could be Circle. Circle was also pretty.
It was beautifully done though. It was really cool.
So before we get into it, let's define the definition of bourbon.
Yep.
Because a lot of people ask me that. And again, people are like, well, isn't all whiskey bourbon? Or, and it's like, no. So all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Yes.
So and it's actually a legal definition of what bourbon is. One, it has to be at least 51% corn. It has to be aged in a new charred oak barrel. It has to be new. It can't be a used charred oak barrel, which we'll talk about a little bit. It cannot be distilled no higher than 160 proof or 80% ABV. It must be produced in the United States of America, not just in Kentucky. I think there's a lot of people that aren't quite sure. Like a lot of people that are newer to bourbon, like, oh yeah, bourbon has to come from Kentucky, which is not true.
Was that
MGP
ever
says
true?
otherwise.
No, it was never true. It was just that's the origination, kind of the birthhood of where bourbon came from. So it's just a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, bourbon it has to be Kentucky, but it's actually not true. So, and then it can't have any added flavor coloring to it. So that's the definition of, and it must be bottled at 80 proof minimum, so or higher.
So minimum.
So if it's 79%, it's not bourbon.
Okay, minimum 80 proof.
Yep.
Maximum 160 proof.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yep. And at least 51% corn.
What's the other stuff that they use?
Use rye, malted barley, and then we talk about wheated bourbon, which it replaces rye with wheated. So we can dive into that. I think that's a great question.
There's also different kinds of corn, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
we can talk about
there
a
are.
little bit too.
And I think if you want to look at places that use unique corn, Iron Root in Denison is Denison,
I
Texas.
didn't bring Iron Root. I
didn't either.
Garrison Brothers.
Still Austin. I know they use a lot of different corns, but there's a lot of different distilleries that are using unique corn to get different flavor profiles and stuff. And then when you talk about the aging process, right? And we talk about age statements. Age statement is how many years is this bourbon aged? Bourbon it starts out. It's called White Dog, where they put it in. It's basically what they produce is the alcohol content. And then when they put it in the barrel to age, that's where it's going in and out.
That's where it gets its color and stuff.
Yeah, it gets its color, flavors. It's all the sugars and the fermenting process. It's pulling out of that barrel.
So that's what I was going to ask. Like part of how much of a difference does the ingredients that go into it play into the taste versus the aging process?
So the aging process really depends on the atmosphere and temperatures and stuff.
Yep.
Whereas the flavoring the mash bills and stuff are really of course you're going to get some sugar, some wood sugars, and you're going to get some flavoring from the barrel. But the way you compromise your mash bill, or you put it together, not compromise. So Hochatown uses 90% corn. MGP
just
is
super easy, probably, I'd assume.
Yeah.
It's just easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess you could say the batch variations would be a lot less.
I'd say a common one is 75% corn.
Okay.
15% or 20% rye and 5% malted barley. Malted barley is just really in there to kind of hold the elements together. You do see some that it's like a malted rye where they'll do it with the malt and gives it kind of an interesting, different kind of flavor.
Yeah,
you get kind
darker.
of a chocolatey, almost like a
you ever have malt versus a shake, kind of that mothball. It kind of has
I'm
that
trying to
little
think,
note.
like a Whopper.
Yeah, like a Whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I got you.
Yep, for sure.
Well, so I was going to say too, because you said part of it is the aging process. Is there a specific barrel that has to be to be bourbon as well?
Yes.
Did you say that already?
New American oak barrel.
Yeah, New American
oak.
But there are different brands,
Yeah,
and so
correct.
you can kind of get differences between those brands.
Kelvin's Cooperage is probably the biggest one that a lot of people use. I have some of the high quality. And then there's different char levels. So you get different complexities. Like when you look at, you can toast a barrel, you get into some of the double oaks, but there's level 1 to 4 char. So the more char you have, the more it can kind of have that kind of smoky flavor
Like a
to
scotch?
it. Not quite. It's more along those lines, but not as smoky as scotch. Scotch is kind of on a whole nother level when I get smokiness.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get similar flavors. I get a little smokiness on some bourbons, like some of the Texas stuff. I think it's more of the climate. Climate has a big influence in it. Obviously, the barrels that they use. Through our interviews and stuff, water has been brought up, and that seems to be a common trend. You look at Kentucky, why does Kentucky do so well? Or in Jack Daniels, it's the water reservoirs and limestones and different places that they use. So that has a huge influence. Like Broken Bow, they talk about some of the water reservoirs and stuff that they have access to that helps them make good whiskey.
Really?
So
Okay.
that is a common trend and something I learned, through interviewing and learning more about bourbon. So that water is a big part of the process, and the quality of water, can create a better product. So
That is interesting.
But I want to kind of dive into some. We talked about bourbon, right? A straight rye is at least 51% rye. Wheated bourbon is basically they use wheat over rye as a main, which we call the mash bill. So mash bill is a combination of the different ingredients that they're using.
It's just like in science chemistry class, just throwing
really
your elements together.
Yeah.
And weeder, typically a lot of times you're not going to get a full, like they are starting to make some more like 100% wheat whiskeys, which are actually really good.
And they do 100% corn whiskeys too.
But like basically they'll just take this and they'll just replace like the rye with whiskey.
Okay.
Or rye with wheat instead of, yeah.
So what you said 100% corn whiskey is vodka just typically from corn, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference in like 100% corn whiskey versus vodka? Is it the aging process?
Vodka, because you don't age vodka.
Okay.
So you basically just make the vodka with just 100% corn, and then you just run it through.
Bottle it and go.
You just run it through a still multiple
usually
times.
they distill it or not distill it. What do they call
they
it?
distill it multiple times.
Yeah, they put it through their process multiple times and kind of clean it.
Like Hochatown, man, their vodka is actually really, really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's actually very good. I think it competes with Tito's, if not just as good or better. So I'm very surprised.
Very cool.
I'm a big Tito's
fan. That's a lot of places, like that's where they make their money to begin with. Like they'll make like gin or vodka or something like that.
Just so they can produce it, make their money.
Sell it, start making money while they're aging their bourbon.
It's like coming from their what we talk about the white dog, which is what you're putting in the barrel, right, at the certain proof, depending on what you're trying to accomplish.
And your vodka is a lower proof too. So it would be a little lower proof than your bourbon would.
Very cool.
Yeah. Also, too, we should talk about. So you also have two different processes they use: sour mash and sweet mash. So sour mash, they're using that yeast, and they're using it like a part of that product in the batch, and in each variation that they make. If you're using a sweet mash, they're using a brand new. It's like baking a cake using the ingredients you used from the previous one versus using all completely brand new ingredients. And that helps with basically the batch variation and get a little bit more consistent product. But one thing that, we talked about in our pre-list episode, they use a sweet mash process. And they do a really good job, I think, of still being consistent and providing a good product. So
that's what I was going to say. So the sour mash will give you a more consistent taste. That makes sense, right?
Yep.
So, essentially the same culture that you're using over and over and over.
Yep. And then Angel's Share is, have you ever heard that terminology?
That's where, so let me guess, this is my trivia here. It's where, let's say you have a barrel at 90% over time. As it ages, you lose some and it's down to 85%. I don't know what the percentages are, but that's the Angel's Share.
Based on climate.
Just straight evaporation of that.
Where you have it positioned in the barrel, the altitude. There's a lot of different factors, but absolutely. So it's one of the reasons why bourbon costs as much as it does, right? Cost of barrels, cost of the Angel's Share that you're going to lose. And that's something that we learned quite a bit in Texas. Has quite a bit
because in Texas, in Kentucky,
you have the 12%.
Yeah, it was like in Kentucky they might lose 8 to 10, and in Texas they might lose 12 to 15.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, and the aging process can progress based on the harshness of the client. So the more harsh client you have, the more that in and out of the barrel that higher the Angel Share, but also the sugars going in and out of the barrel that you get from that. So pretty interesting stuff. So wanted to kind of talk about the different kinds of bottles, right? So you get single barrels, small batch. There's a lot of different. We get blended. Rye versus wheated, which we talked a little bit about.
You got finish, you got all
barrel
kinds of
strength,
stuff.
full proof.
I've heard somebody say, and this may be just wrong, but like single barrel, is that like truly just that one barrel? That's it?
Yes.
You're only getting it out of there?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the difference between single barrel and small batch, they're taking multiple barrels, of
a
limited
small
quality.
number of them, like 20 years.
Yeah, like 20 barrels, and they're making that product. With a single barrel, you have one barrel that they're pulling all that. So one of the cool things about single barrels is there is a higher sense of batch variation. So you can get, I could buy a single barrel and you go to a different store in a different year and buy a different single barrel, and ours could not be completely different, but mine could be a lot better than yours or vice versa. So
the reason they do small batches so they can put it out in its consistent flavor all around.
Yep.
Obviously they're never going to taste exactly the same, but for the most part, like Buffalo Trace is kind of perfected. Like their stuff is going to taste almost exactly the same in every bottle.
Gotcha.
Before we get too deep into this, I kind of want to get Holden's opinion on these whiskeys that we're drinking right now.
Let's do it.
Why don't we talk a little bit about these?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So Holden, what did you bring to the table here?
Just a whistle pig here.
Go ahead and go read a little bit of that sucker there.
Piggyback here. It's a 100% rye whiskey. It's aged 6 years, 96 proof, small batch.
I read it on the back. It's distilled in Vermont and what did I say? Canada.
Yep.
I wonder, which I don't know very many places in Vermont. I'll have to look that up. I'm not really sure, but
distilled in Vermont and Canada, bottled by Whistle Pig,
and that'll tell you where it's just
in New York,
where it was actually made at.
Someone else is distilled in Vermont. I can't think of it. I'd have to look it up.
I'll
Off the
have to
top
look
of my
that
head.
What's
I'm not
the
familiar with
significance of it being distilled somewhere?
That just means they're not making it; they're buying it and then they're bottling it.
Oh, okay,
Sourcing it usually.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like 90% of bottles on the shelf are sourced.
Really? Really? That's interesting.
crazy.
It might be closer to like 85. But
So who are some of the ones that do it from start to finish?
MGP is the biggest one.
MGP?
Yeah, they're probably like 60% of the bottles on the shelf.
Okay.
I mean, you got Wild Turkey does a lot of their own. Buffalo
Oh,
Trace.
is that what you're asking?
Yeah, he's asking that.
I got
Buffalo
you.
Trace does a lot of their
Yeah,
own.
like
So the major ones. So
Yeah.
a lot of the smaller craft, you get a craft one that a lot of them source, but a lot of companies too source and distill their own stuff. Like Michter's is a perfect example.
Yeah.
They did a lot of sourcing, did a phenomenal job, and then now they're using their own distillate or using their own product that they have. So
So like Jim Beam does like Knob Creek, Old Grandad.
Yep.
Things like that. And then you got Buffalo Trace who does like Blanton's, Weller's, stuff like that. You got Michter's, which he kind of explained. Four Roses does their own stuff. They do some great stuff. Wild Turkey does Russell's. What else do we have?
Yeah, I had that.
Garrison Brothers, Woodford does their own stuff. So we got a lot of actually stuff here of people that do their own thing.
Is that something that you guys look for specifically? It seems like something that you could be proud of, at least. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
not necessarily. I mean, yes. I mean, I think where we're at in our bourbon journey, and everyone has their own bourbon journey, right? How did you get here? I've talked a little bit about mine. I started drinking Crown, right? And I would drink Crown and Cokes.
Yep.
Then I went Crown and soda water. Then I went Crown and ice. Then I was like, I want to try something different. And then, my bourbon experience, my first bottle that really opened up my eyes was Widow Jane. My boss's boss, when I was working at Lorica, sent me a bottle of Widow Jane. She was from Kentucky. Bourbon girl, the typical.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tina Hammonds. She's in our bourbon group. But she kind of was like, changed my perspective. I'm like, holy cow, I didn't know this stuff could taste this good, and it was stout, burned on the way down, all that. So, and then it took me a while to get, I always kind of make fun of Garrett, but he really has like gone from, he's like Benjamin Button, but the opposite, like started drinking bourbon, ice, and then went straight to drinking neat, and then went from bourbon to rye. Like his bourbon journey in 2 years was like my 20-year journey or 15-year or whatever. So,
Garrett's a little obsessive.
No, it's good. It's good though.
I'm also obsessive, so I'm not saying anything bad about it.
I mean, have you seen my Funko Pop collection?
Exactly,
Does anyone still even collect Funkos?
Yeah.
You and Bo Peterson.
Bo's like really into buying autograph stuff online right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, bro, you're buying a lot of autographs online. He's got like all these Johnny Depp ones. I'm like, man, those are not cheap.
I always like the idea of the Funko Pops. I just don't ever have a place for them, Like, I think they're cool. I think they're super cool. I just never.
Yeah, they take up a lot of room for sure.
Yes. Yep.
So we talked a little bit about barrel proof, cast strength. Those are basically the same thing. It's basically, it goes into the barrel without being diluted by water. So you typically see, obviously, the barrel proofs are going to be much higher proof. So, and those can be anywhere from, I think, 115 to 128, 130, some.
You can have a cast strength that's 102. Like it's
there's
I guess
some low,
there's
you do have
definitely
some lower ones.
Yeah.
Generally, though, you see them like
Usually those are
110
higher aged, typically though.
They're higher aged. If they're lower,
no. I'm just saying. Like, so if they entry proof it in the barrel at 120, and then it sits for like 10 to 15 years, the proof could go down. Like it could be 102 by the time it's done.
Yeah,
I've also seen it where it can go up. It can go up to 130.
Yes, it's interesting because you'd think the alcohol would evaporate, sooner than the water, but maybe that's just 100% wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, so.
I think it depends on your climate because, like,
where you're at.
They age bourbon in Colorado,
Yeah, they do.
Wyoming.
They're making some really good stuff too. Idaho, right? Iowa. I keep saying Idaho. Idaho. All right. Did we talk about the other bottle we got in front of us?
Nope.
We got Russell's 10-year. This is, I think, one of the gold standards of anybody. If you're building a bar, I think Russell's 10 is one of the best values on the market, which maybe we should just talk about some of the best values on the market after we finish some of our bourbon.
Sazerac Rye Full Proof. So best value on the market right now.
I know the nose on this. I'm getting just straight. I always say Turkey Funk, if you've ever heard of that. That's hard for you new bourbon people, but you get kind of like a vanilla cherry and a little bit of like grass dust or something, like oak present. There's a little bit of oak, obviously, on the finish. But so when you're, so you have we call it the nose, right? When you're, whatever glass you prefer to drink out of. Sorry, we're like jumping all over the place here. There's a series of glasses that we would recommend. I think even a Glencairn or a Kinsey. I think those are my 2 all-time favorite glasses. I think if you're going to drink bourbon, you should drink it neat. Doesn't mean you can't drink it with ice or whatever, however you like it. But if you're wanting to really fully enjoy the experience, I think that's going to be the preferred way. It may take you time to get there. It may be something that you don't enjoy now, but I promise you, as you follow through with back to what we were talking about, the journey before we got sidetracked, you will get to a point, or you should get to a point that I think that I've seen a lot of people progress to that are bourbon connoisseurs or just enjoy the bourbon community, etc. You'll cross that road where you enjoy it neat.
It's neat.
But again, drink bourbon how you enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with drinking bourbon on ice. There's nothing wrong with drinking it with a couple of drops of water to cool it off a little bit if it's a higher proof, like a barrel proof or a cast strength or a hazmat sometimes. But if you're drinking a hazmat, you're trying to get that boldness and
What's
the higher proof. Hazmat is anything, it's over 140 proof.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be over 140 proof to be hazmat.
So
you can't actually fly across. You can't put that on an airplane, which is crazy.
Really?
No,
You can't travel with it.
No kidding.
Yeah,
No kidding. So I read one time too, internet. This is,
flammable.
and I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. I'm
No, you're fine. This is
ruining
a
your flow.
freestyle episode. I've already kind of go through what we're going to talk about.
So I don't know. I haven't done the research on it, but they're talking about like the way the molecules sit in the whiskey or the bourbon, and like adding water to it helps correct some of them and take some of that edge off of it, like a couple of drops of water.
Absolutely.
There are some, like, and we've messed with that at the blender where it's like, man, it's got a harsh finish.
You can cool it off a little bit on the finish and the burn, and then also you can open up flavors.
Well, yeah, so you can open up flavors. So we either can do a drop or we can add a little bit of a different bourbon to try to help corral that flavor.
Yeah, which you can get in a blend, like if you wanted to blend a certain. And there's a lot of blended whiskeys out there.
Again, in the end, this is all about science. This is like a science. Yeah. Perfect science of putting it all together.
When I think of blended whiskey, Bardstown is the one that comes up. I think they're...
What is it?
The Master Bardstown, and like their Discovery series. I think those are some of the higher class, best blended bottles on the market. Like, you get back, even the Double Oak was phenomenal. The 10 and 11, or the 11 and 12, which was made with turkey. That's probably why we liked them so much, but some higher age stuff. And then, we talked a little bit about different small batches and different things like that. A lot of the whiskey, we talked about age statements. Now, just because it says it's 10-year age or 9-year doesn't mean that's the oldest whiskeys. Sometimes they use partial 12-year or 13-year.
Oh, okay.
But the age statement has to be the minimum, like the least amount of age of a whiskey that they're using.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you use 20, 15, and 10, you have to have a 10-year age statement.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
correct. So what else?
And the price typically goes up as it's aged. Is it almost strictly because of the angel share? I mean, like, is it...
just the cost too to age it that long, right? It's taking up space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
you also do lose quite a bit for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So usually they say that and it obviously doesn't apply to every bottle, but it's about $10 per year, which doesn't, obviously Russell's 10 is a lot cheaper than that. Like it's around $40, $45, but.
Oh man, see, I should have got, this was another good experiment. I should have got one same brand of whiskey, aged 10 and 20. Right next to each other and taste the difference.
Well, we have a 9-year and a 12-year.
Ooh, there you go.
That's not really a huge age difference.
But
I
still.
almost brought my knob 21 too.
Oh, that would have been
almost
good.
did.
You could have done 9, 12, and 21.
Yeah, it's curious. I'm curious to see what the actual difference tastes like.
So age doesn't always mean better. This is a good debate. Let's open this up.
There you go.
It's a good conversation. I like this. How we're going. So just because it's age higher doesn't mean it's better. Typically, you do find more complexity, but also the higher age you go, sometimes you get an immense amount of oak. And I've seen that, like Macallan 25, we were referencing a Scotch. I had that. I thought it was very oaky. You get some of the higher Pappies, like the 20 and 23. I think they have a huge oak presence. Like I prefer the 15 over the 20.
But they're also lower proof.
They are lower proof.
Like the Pappy 20 is like what, 93, 94 proof,
like that,
whereas the Pappy 15 is 107.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I think you get a lot more flavor in the proof.
But just because it's
I have
higher
heard
age
Garrett say
doesn't
that.
mean it's always better. Just like higher proof. And typically Garrett and I, we call ourselves proof whores because we like higher proof stuff because it's usually more complex.
I do love this Michter's 10 though.
Michter's 10 is the best 94 proof bourbon out there on the market. And sue me if you 95, 94, 95, whatever. I know.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I'm close enough.
Pretty close.
I didn't even look at the bottle.
I spitballing it.
Yep. So, but you know, it doesn't. That's not necessarily the case. So, getting back to these.
Yep, coming back.
So Russell's. So let's smell.
I'm on the Russells. Yep.
So let's smell the Russell's 10. I'm using he's using a Glencairn. I'm using Kinsey. Garrett and I are using Kinsey's.
I get like a grapey note. Do you smell grape?
I can see now
sugar?
that you said grape. I can see a little bit of grape on the. It's kind of when I pull away a little bit. So also too, if you're getting a lot of ethanol from your glass, you can blow into your glass, let it reset for a couple seconds, and then go back to it. And also sometimes you have to change nostrils. So it's harder for us that you can't see us doing this, but we can talk through it a little bit.
The thing is, you want to stick your nose in here and also kind of keep your mouth open a little bit,
So you can taste a little bit.
and it kind of helps.
Yeah, it helps you kind of.
Well, so and I'll tell you, random side story. I used to have an absolute sniffer on me, dude. I could smell anything. Got COVID, lost complete smell for over a year.
I would say COVID.
It came
diminished
back
my
slowly,
nose too.
but yeah, I'd say it's like back to essentially
It's
normal.
all those things you put up your nose when you were a kid too.
Yeah, probably pencils, magnets, everything.
COVID cleared all that shit out. It's like, all right, we're starting over.
Yeah. I get like vanilla and cherry, and I get the turkey funk. I don't
get as much on Russell's.
I have such a hard time like explaining that turkey funk, but I get it on every turkey product.
So Russell's is a turkey product. So
Yes.
like any wild turkey product that I'd see, and Russell's.
I call it turkey funk,
Okay.
and I get that funkiness. It's like a barrel funk, like grass, kind of cherry,
I don't
vanilla.
get it as much on the Russell's as I do turkey, but it is there.
I'll have to smell the turkey here in a minute, and because I think it smells really good. I think it smells sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I can't like distinguish out. Like you said, if a grape flavor or like a vanilla.
I get it when I pull away a little bit.
What does it smell like when you smell it?
Like it's like.
It smells like burning.
It smells like
tastes like burning.
sweet.
Yeah, it does smell sweet. Yeah, it's like sweet vanilla with a little hint of cherry.
Yeah, I could see that.
And
But
you
you
get a
guys
little
do a
bit
lot better at articulating what you're smelling. And I've never been good at that.
Have you sipped it a little bit?
I'm going
let
to
it
go
coat.
here.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
take a
gonna
little
say,
sip.
so let it kind of coat your tongue.
Yes.
Kind of let it sit there for a second. You swallow.
Okay.
Take another sip.
Okay.
It should start kind of getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Now try to smell it and see if you can kind of pick up some. And keep your mouth open.
Yep.
Like open like this. Let it chill there. Yeah. Any better?
Yeah. No, I like I said, I think I'm smelling some of the flavors you guys do. It's just something that's like newer to me to smell it in general, right?
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense, because typically I like drinking whiskey. I like drinking bourbon. A lot of times it's just mixed with Dr. Pepper or whatever if it's a cheap one,
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting down with a glass, it's almost always on ice as well. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes. But I don't do a whole lot of smelling though. I typically do a little bit, but
I would challenge you to start doing that.
Yeah,
So you start
absolutely.
you start challenging, you start learning about it. Like it's taken and I don't have the best nose. Garrett's, I would say nose is better than mine, but I think my palate's up there. But I mean, when I drink this, I get sweet vanilla more so in this. I don't know. And sometimes it's what you ate that day.
I think it's
the
super smooth,
Climbing
too.
outside. I mean, you can drink bourbon different times. This bottle was in my my family room right now, which is like really cold.
Yeah.
Because I have like my heat shut off from that. I have a big. Well,
Conserving
I have a
it,
good
yeah.
size house trying to conserve the heat. Yeah, because I have an older house and it's super hard to heat it up when it's 19 degrees outside or
I
whatever.
got that Pier and Beam.
So, I mean, there's a lot of different factors that can change, kind of what something tastes. When you fresh crack it, right, and you open it up, it hasn't oxidized or anything, and oxygen.
How much of a difference is that?
It makes a big difference.
Big
I think
difference.
a lot of bottles we've had. I mean, and Garrett can attest to this. How many bottles we've tried, and we're like, man, it just needs to open up a little bit. It's a little spiky, and it kind of calms down, and you get a little more flavors. Flavor complex changes a little bit. So, just to me, it's sweet vanilla. You get that turkey funk, a little bit of that whatever grassy oak kind of barrel char a little bit on
Okay.
it, but.
Okay,
It's very
so-
subtle. Yeah, it's got a good little soft finish to it. Nothing too crazy.
I think it tasted delicious. I think it felt smooth from the whole time.
I love turkey products, honestly.
So-
And I had in St. Lucia, I had
Gobble gobble.
Wild Turkey 101, and we were just like, man, it just kept getting better and better. I'm like, every time I drink that bottle, and the 8 years great. I love the 12-year. I was just like, man, this is such a good value.
Oh, did you see that picture I posted the other day? I think you'd be really jealous.
I did. I saw it. I was hurt. not more for the Patriots beating us, but yeah, he shared the rest of his Russell's 15.
My Russell's 15. I'm really sad it's gone. They don't make this bottle anymore.
Oh, do they not? Okay.
Don't worry.
They might release it eventually.
Don't worry. Santa Claus may have one sealed crack up. I'm kind of like the bourbon backup dude, we drink all of Garrett's, and then we're going to start cracking my stuff.
Hey, we've gone through 2 of mine, so.
Yeah,
no, I like it.
I didn't drink a lot of that second one, though, but I did drink a lot of the first one. So let's move over.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Well, so I want to compare these two now. So I've got the Whistle Pig and the other one, right?
So
the 6 year.
Yeah, so nose is smelling it, obviously.
Yep.
Palate is when you taste it.
Yep.
So you want to get it to coat your tongue, like you said. Take a sip and then sip it again. And then the finish is kind of what taste do you leave in your mouth? How does it feel? Do you get that hug that kind of goes in your chest a little bit? So those are all the real factors when we're grading things and considering a bourbon or rye or whiskey in general, like we're looking at. So now we're going to move over to the rye, and then we're going to do a comparison of these.
Okay.
On this rye, it smells like rye, very distinct. I get a sweet honey note.
Kind of smell like a honeycomb.
Yeah, I'm glad you're getting that. Almost like Rio. Like it gives me a Rio vibe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just not the Amberana.
Okay, so
I'm not getting a lot of spice though. It's very light. It's very for a rye. It doesn't give me that spice. I get usually a lot of allspice or kind of like cinnamon type spice in a lot of ryes, and this isn't giving that to me. It's very honeycomb kind of driven rye. Like you would get a kind of a spearmint almost on the Pikesville, which I think is the gold standard of ryes from a value perspective, and we'll talk about values in a second. But I'm gonna take a sip.
Yeah.
So.
I think I definitely, it feels lighter. Like it doesn't,
Yeah.
I actually prefer ryes because I do feel like I get more like fruitier notes that I like, and it is a little more refreshing tasting.
I get a little bit of fruit, almost like an apricot.
Yeah, from a lot of ryes in general, I feel like I get a lot of apricot, peach,
Plum.
I haven't got as much
Or like
plum
a raisin,
from a rye.
kind of like a plum raisin type note. That's what I get off of Thomas Andy.
Plum is a tough one to get.
So, I mean, my palate's probably just not as good either. Like I
okay.
need to eat.
That's what this episode's all about.
More things, But so this one, I can see the honey a little bit. I can see it's sweet still, but it's not as sweet. I didn't feel like maybe it's the vanilla. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of honey on the palate.
Yeah, no, it's not. I felt this one was sweeter.
And Russell's pretty sweet for sure.
Yeah. But in a good way, not like overly sweet
right,
or sugared.
Now I went back after I was sipping it, and I went back to the nose. I'm getting a lot more spice coming off of it, like that rye spice. But
so, what is rye itself? Is it like
rye bread?
It's like what is rye?
It's like a grain.
A grain.
Yeah.
So it's like wheat.
Yeah,
just
it's like
different.
wheat or
Okay. I
I thought that was a trick.
No.
Sorry.
No,
that's a great question.
Legitimately, I know what wheat is. Everybody knows what wheat is. But like rye, I don't. I mean, have I had rye bread?
there's
Like
some-
malted barley is like a grain too as well.
Okay, yeah.
They
And
use that a lot.
there's not as many variations of like rye as there are like corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of ryes are 95.5, so 95% rye.
No, I meant like the grain in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the kind of like 95.5 is really hardcore MGP, but because actually the Middle West that does the pumpernickel rye.
Yeah, it's a
which is kind of interesting because you get your pumpernickel bread, and it's super interesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't get as much variation, but I do enjoy ryes. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like when ryes age, they just get they just age and their flavors can kind of just go all over the place. Whereas bourbon, you kind of this tastes like a bourbon, So that's why I kind of enjoy ryes a little more. I feel like they age better, maybe not as long. I did have like the Saz 18 is great, and hopefully we get some older handy. But like I haven't had too many like super old ryes. Like you don't see them getting up there as much as bourbons. I feel
Is it
like
just because it's newer, or is it been around forever?
It could be, but
No, also too, it's harder to age a rye. I think there's a lot of like when you get that rye, like to what he's talking about, you get really good 6 to 11 year ryes. Like it's that higher age you get up there, it starts getting a whole different flavor profile. So you don't have to age it. My Sazerac 18 is I think a unique example of a unicorn bottle, which again is another terminology into like a really hard to find, like the Pappies all the BTAC, which is the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. There's a ton of different bottles. I mean, you can see, Michter's 20, Michter's 10 could necessarily be a unicorn. I've struggled to find it. I've had to get mine on secondary. Yeah, but still, you're spending thousands of dollars to get that bottle. That's still kind of up there. It's harder to find. I wouldn't say necessarily it's a unicorn.
I've gotten lucky with my Michter's 10s.
Yeah, you got really lucky.
This is the 25 one. I actually won this one in a raffle.
I got mine from Theron,
and
he made me a really good deal on it. But
I got my other one from Chance. That was a really cool deal.
Because I know you guys go hunting a lot, right?
Yeah, bourbon hunting.
How hard is it to find some of these bottles? And like, do you have to get on, websites and Discords and groups?
It's extremely hard. Still, even with the bourbon kind of decline.
Are you talking about some of these bottles like here or just like
in general?
I think he's talking about unicorns.
Yeah.
Like Pappies and stuff like that. Yeah, BTAC, like George C. Stagg and stuff, like some of our favorite bottles. But yeah, it's very difficult to find. You have to show up at liquor stores.
I've seen you guys do it. It looks
2
fun.
a.m, sometimes even earlier, some days if you're Kyle.
It reminds me of like a old video game release where you go camping out, at the
absolutely.
GameStop.
That's exactly what it is. 100%.
Well, yeah, I mean, every hobby has those people. Like you see people camping out for Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Actually, Pokemon's going down a little bit. Now they're getting into, was it One Piece? Like people are getting really into One Piece.
One Piece is huge. And then there's a new Gundam card game that people are liking.
So this is sweet up front. Like we're talking about the piggyback whistle pig. It's, I'm getting a little bit of rye, a little bit of honey. I'm getting a little more of that honey and kind of apricot. But like the finish is to me really weak on it. Doesn't really have a lot. Doesn't give me a lot of hug. It's a small batch. Again, it's one of their base models.
I mean, these are lower proof.
96 proof,
you're not going to get a great finish on lower proof whiskey typically.
So I will say, out of both of them, I did like the Russells better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely. This is
and the Russells is an everyday thing, which I think the piggyback is an everyday thing too. Right. I think these are kind of everyday.
So did you already drink your rye?
Yes.
All right,
He's
so
about
now
to just shoot up.
I'm sorry. I want. Well, should we try?
Great.
Should we do the Pikesville? Yeah, let's give me more of a standard. Let's save on that. That's one of the best values we're going to talk about here in a second. So Pikesville, Garrett got me this for Christmas. I mean, honestly, I was very happy he got me this because I've been like, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to keep buying it because we had it and it was just like, it's so good. We actually, and I know we're going to get shot for this hot take. We had PFG, which was considered bottle of the year by a lot of people last year. We actually had the Pikesville at this cool bar in San Antonio. We actually preferred the Pikesville over the PFG. No lie. And I don't know if I'm remembering that incorrectly, but I believe we were like, I think the Pikesville is better.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Both the times I tried the PFG, we tried it there and then we tried it at Damon's before. It was before we started our year in. No. And I was like, I don't get what people like about it.
So PFG is just the brand.
So it was a Baumburgers, which is a Michter's product. But the PFG was a special release called Precision Fine Grain.
Okay.
It was 100 proof. And I don't remember exactly. Was it a French oak finish? Is that why maybe I don't like it?
That's why you hate it.
That's why I hate it.
I think it's a good pour, but for the price and the difficulty to get it, you got to factor those things in, right? When we consider bottles, like, okay, let's use a perfect example of what technically was our bottle bourbon or whiskey of the year last year, but the Tainted Rye. Yep. The Jack Daniel's Tainted Rye blows it out of the freaking water. And I know
blows what out? The PFG?
The PFG, yeah.
As far as price wise?
Yeah, price, it's $89 bottle, which you're not going to find it at that.
Jack Daniel's is great with pricing.
Yeah.
It's insane how good they are with pricing.
Just like size, like volume size of Jack Daniel's.
Yeah, how many bottles they put out and like just everybody. Yeah. So their Coy Hills, those are kind of become the BTAC of Jack Daniel's. Like I see people trading George C. Staggs for them now. That's crazy. Like George C. Stagg is our all-time favorite bourbon, but... we pulled some of this Pikesville. So try some of this.
2025
this
George C.
is
Stagg
what I consider the gold standard of ryes. Like it's just a great $50 bottle, 110 proof. If you haven't had Pikesville and you like ryes, you're absolutely missing out. I think it's it's a beautiful bottle. It's great. And it's more traditional. You get a little spearmint, but not too much. That's what kind of put me off on ryes when I first started drinking whiskey.
This is a Heaven Hill product, by the way.
I know it is. Heaven
Hill. I got whenever I took the little first sip, it's like I'm terrible at articulating things, so you guys help me.
Spice.
It's like maybe it's spice, but it's like it almost felt like it
minty
increased like in volume in my mouth.
Like
it,
viscosity.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, like it got.
It's oily. Like this is real thin.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go and say I'm not a big Whistle Pig fan. I've had 5 or 6 of their offerings. Not bad, but I think for the price point, and you may be a huge Whistle Pig fan, we want to do a Whistle Pig episode. I think with Sean, we've kind of talked about that. We'll probably try to set that up in the next couple months. But I personally have not been the biggest fan of Whistle Pig in general. I think when comparatively, and you take this, I don't know how much that bottle was.
Yeah, $50, I think.
$56?
Yeah.
This is $50, and I think this is
I do agree. I like this one
way
better.
better.
Yeah, I like this one better.
For sure.
And I like this one. Like,
And I think the thing with Whistle Pig is the guy who used to own it was doing some really good rye stuff, and then he sold Whistle Pig, and I think maybe the quality's gone down a little bit since he kind of sold it, because now he owns...
We didn't talk about Bottle and Bond. You asked that question earlier.
I have a bottle and bond.
What is Bottle and Bond? Do you want to tell us, Garrett? You want to talk through that, or you want me to take that?
Bottle and Bond has to be 100 proof. It has to be in the same season.
What does that mean? Same season?
The same is it growing season?
Yeah, it's like this, like when they're processing
corn,
it,
the mash has to be from the same season.
So like 2025.
Okay, because some of them mix them. They have corn harvested in 2025, but rye harvested in 23 or something. Like, is that what you're saying? So like the same season that the mash products are harvested.
It has to all be from the same distillate. So when they're, I guess, cutting the grain and putting it and creating the distilling in the distillery, it has to be all from the same distillate.
So so single
it's
distillery,
government regulated as
single
well.
distillery,
4 years minimum.
Single distillery and season produced by one distillery.
Yep.
Aged for a minimum of 4 years. 100 proof. Only pure water is added, which I don't know if that's the first time
that may
I've
be
really
like
heard
the
that part.
stream, like you talked about the different
I don't
like broken
think that
dough.
really made.
Okay.
It's got to be
Yeah, it doesn't
government
matter too
regulated. It
much.
has to be a minimum of 4 years. It has to be from the same distilling season where they're producing the.
But the reason they did that is because back in the day, I don't know if you heard our Bottle and Bot episode, but back in the day, the quality kind of got out of control. People were using like chewing tobacco to color the whiskey and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So E.H.
Was this
Taylor-
like during like Prohibition times, or is this like just
This is before
Prohibition.
Okay.
The quality of whiskey was in jeopardy. Like people were just adding coloring and stuff to it.
So E.H. Taylor started the Bottle and Bond Pact.
Okay.
So that way the quality could be controlled, and you're like, oh, this is legit. So if a place puts out Bottle and Bond, you know it should be good quality whiskey.
Honestly, I've never had a bad Bottle and Bond product. I can't think.
I've had some that are pretty average, but I mean they're all good.
but they're not bad.
Yeah.
For sure. So I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss that. I think that was the only main one that we. And then you got finished whiskeys too as well. We didn't really talk about
what's a finished whiskey?
So like this one, so they age their whiskey for 3 years.
This is a Garrison Brothers.
This is
Lady
Garrison Brothers Ladybird, and then for another year and a half, they finish some part of it in a honey cask and part of it in a cognac cask, and then they put it back together. And so it's a Texas straight bourbon finished in honey and cognac. So it kind of gives it a little more sweetness, which we'll try this one here in a little bit.
So that's a whiskey though, and not a bourbon because it was aged in not a straight oak cask. Is that correct?
No, because it was originally
aged in oak cask.
Aged in oak cask, yeah. Because like this specifically, this is a cask collection High West. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskey finished in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. But yeah, you're right. It's because it's been modified, so it's like a bourbon whiskey.
But it does say modified or made with certified Texas whiskey.
Yes.
But then they put Texas straight bourbon whiskey infused and finished in this stuff. So
it's like a hybrid almost.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So they used a qualified bourbon, and then they finished it. But they finished it, so it's not considered like straight bourbon.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. To answer that, so that's good that we went into that.
We so Garrison Brothers, my dad got to go to their distillery in Texas, and it's his favorite whiskey or bourbon now. Just a large part because he got to go to the
the
distillery,
experience,
experience.
And that's actually a good point. I think some of our favorite bottles are based on your experiences.
Yeah,
and that's why we recommend to do a blind, which a blind tasting is where you put you have your glasses, whatever they are, and you put a series of different bottles in it, and you mix them up, and then you taste them, not knowing what they are. A true blind would mean you don't even know the bottle. Somebody else puts the whiskey in there, but then you really challenge to what you think, because we are human beings. We get attached to marketing. We get attached to bottles and labels and all that stuff.
I'm a sucker for it, dude.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love good marketing.
And I think the one bottle that is the biggest sucker for marketing is Blanton.
See, okay, so
John Wick really put it on the map.
yeah, I I've had Blanton's, but it's been, I don't have it regularly.
Well, you're going to drink something in
right?
a little bit. Once
So,
you finish this,
there you go.
whatever's in your
Okay.
glass, you're running a little slow with it.
No, here, I'll catch up.
This is like hot ones, man. You got to drink.
So I do want to, hey, I'm going to come back at some point and I'm going to do the blind for y'all. Y'all aren't complete blind.
Okay.
I'm going to blindfold you and I'm going to hide it behind the thing.
Yeah,
We're going
and
to
you
have some
put forward
video
it.
for this.
Yeah, we can do a Vine video.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
there we go. There we go.
Definitely.
Hey, we can get Jimmy over here and do it. Jimmy can do video pretty good for us.
Yeah, Jimmy's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What have we missed any other? I'm going through my list. We
We
talked
went
about the
into double oak and stuff, right?
Yeah, we haven't done the double oak. Yeah, you want to kind of lead us off on double oak, and we can talk about toasted.
So double oak is basically they age their whiskey in a barrel, and then they take that and they put it into a new barrel.
Okay.
It could be a different char, it could be the same char.
Yeah.
And so then it's basically just double barreled, and
Gotcha.
essentially you get a lot more of those kind of like oak kind of notes.
Yeah,
and
that would make sense.
so I personally feel like sometimes this Woodford Reserve double oak is a little too much oak for me. These picks are really good. You get a lot of good vanillas and things like that.
Yeah.
But
Butterscotch from the Lazy River one or whatever I got.
oh, for sure. So you can
one's
get some
excellent.
good stuff. But
Yeah.
and the reason I brought Woodford is because they're probably the most known double oak.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people really
No,
like.
and it's good because I had a good conversation with my client because I was like, "What is your favorite bourbon?" And there's nothing wrong with if Basil Hayden is your favorite. Garrett might hate you, but I'm not going to.
Seagram's, is that a bourbon?
No, it's not.
That's an Irish whiskey, isn't it?
No, it's a Canadian whiskey.
A Canadian whiskey,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
same,
sure.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Seagram's, that's like what you have in college.
And I was like,
Seagram's in the
here's
center.
why Woodford's not a favorite of mine. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with Woodford. It's very soft. But I said, number one, it gets lost in a cocktail.
Okay.
Number two, if I'm drinking bourbon, I want it to pop a little bit. And Woodford doesn't pop. It's very soft. And there's nothing wrong, again, if you want to drink something light and delicate and you love it, you love Woodford, I'm not hating on you.
They have started in cast strength ones. So I will say.
They have. And I haven't had the cast strength one. I actually would like to try that. So if you've had the cast strength, let us know what your thoughts are on that. But in general, I want something that's going to pop a little bit.
Yep.
It's going to get a little bit more higher flavor profile. It's going to be a little bit more complexity. And I just don't get that from like a Basil Hayden or from a Woodford. So again, nothing wrong if you like those bottles. I think they're good bottles. They're fine. If you like that, great. We all have different palates. And that's also the thing to understand as human beings. We have different makeups and DNA and all that stuff. And we have different palates. We like different things. Garrett and I like different things. We agree on a lot, but we disagree on a lot too when it comes to certain bottles. Just like, he loved the Penelope 13 year, which actually did very well in our original blind. It did not do so well in the final blind, but I was hating on it. And I was wrong about that because I actually chose it. So, and then the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2025, I was kind of like laughing. Like I couldn't believe, like I picked that number one in our original blind to get to our final blind. And it did very well in our final blind. So, you just never know sometimes. It's kind of interesting. And we did that blind a while back. And we had, what finished? I think it was the James E. Pepper finished number one, wasn't it?
I'm not going to be able to remember. That was
The
a long time
Stag, the Stag
ago.
Junior or the Stag and all that.
Yeah. It had a blue
remember.
note uncut, things like that.
Yeah, the blue note and that stuff did well.
That was a long time ago,
Yeah,
Cody.
that's been a minute.
We'll have to start writing those blinds down to try to remember
we will.
those.
It's been a while. We got to do some more blinds. So that was exciting. So anyways.
Would be really good if you had like a really good animation, animator, where you could like show, okay, here's like the things that make up a whiskey versus a bourbon versus a rye.
Yeah,
it would be
like
cool. Yeah, like just
bottles and, like,
how it's made
under
type
it.
of deal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. I agree. Yeah,
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I mean, obviously, you can get there one day.
And we didn't even talk about the American light whiskey. And
What's American light whiskey?
single malt and all that. American light whiskeys is typically like lower. It's like lower proof whiskey. It can be a blend. I mean, there's a lot of different things.
Okay.
A lot of light whiskeys can be up in the. I see a lot of light whiskeys up in the hazmat area.
They can be, yeah.
I've also learned I'm not a fan of light whiskey anymore. I don't know what it is. I just
So-
kind of grew not a fan of it.
You said single malt. What's the difference in single malt and whatever is normal, I guess?
Well, single malt is what a lot of your
Scotches.
scotches and stuff are.
Okay. So malt. Okay, you just gotta walk me through it. What are we talking about? What's a malt?
It's like
it's a grain. I mean,
it's a grain as well.
I mean, yeah,
okay.
It's just a grain like any your other
Okay.
stuff.
So it's a grain and it's made into a mash.
Yeah, and malt's kind of like holds
it's
things
part
together.
of the mash bill,
you know?
which is the different grains that you make up.
Gotcha.
What percentage of grain is making up your mash?
So you make it into a mash just from the top, making all your grains into a mash, and then do you boil it with water, or how do you get that going?
The mash, they kind of some of them will grind everything down into whatever how much they're going to use, and then they put it into a still and add water and things like that, and then it kind of goes through a process, and which I kind of have to show you a still to see kind of how the process works, but it kind of goes through all these different layers before it finally ends up where it's needing to go.
Then you can age it.
Then you kind of pour it out. And then it becomes the white dog, and then you put it into barrel and you age it from there.
Okay.
To be classified as a single malt, it's coming from a single distillery, and they use malted barley as a one of the main grains in the in the mash bill. So, and then you have different, which we're not going to have time to get into all the. I mean, if you guys want to hear us talking more about pot stills and the different pot still columns and all that stuff, I mean, we can definitely get into that. We actually have some episodes and interviews that we've done. So there's a lot of the complexity of making it and what do you use? You can tell a lot of times if it's made in like a copper pot still, you can kind of get that copper note. If you ever drink, Moscow Mule, you kind of takes that copper. You can kind of tell. There's some distilleries that use an old copper process. You see that a lot with rums.
Yeah.
Rums are made with a lot of.
I think I would like that. It seems like something I would like. I don't know.
Rum? Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I like rum, but I'm saying like
pot still.
Yeah,
with copper, like a pot still. Yeah, for sure. So, all right. So let's talk about, before we move off of bourbon and get into sports, let's talk about some of right now what we consider the best values in whiskey. And we can kick it off with the new rye that came out.
Definitely the Sazerac Full Proof. I mean, this thing is insane. So I think the best thing that Buffalo Trace has released in a long time is a Sazerac Rye Full Proof 125 proof whiskey.
Sazerac.
I said Sazerac.
You said Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
They're owned by Sazerac.
They're owned by a Sazerac, whatever. Don't act like they're not all in the same place.
Who's owned by Sazerac? Buffalo Trace?
Buffalo Trace, yes.
Oh, okay. Buffalo Trace is owned by Sazerac. Gotcha. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Sazerac has several different brands that they own.
But this is very comparable to like Thomas H. Handy, which is an antique collection that they release at the end of the year. So
it's a $35 to $45 bottle.
Yeah, compared to a $170 bottle that you might be able to get.
$400 on secondary.
Yeah. So releasing this just makes you beg the question: are you guys going to really? Because they're the same mash bill, they're comparable ages, comparable proofs. What are you going to do with the Handy to make it more desirable? It's like people are just going to buy this.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy this than go chase down a Handy any day.
Yeah, Thomas Handy is my favorite rye, by the way.
Okay. So how much? Just side note. Like, how much do you have scalpers like you do in every other, hobby in bourbon?
Heavily, especially.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as some other hobbies used to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like bourbon's definitely gotten up there since COVID.
Yeah.
People are really starting to kind of in the tequila market a little bit too. I think tequila is the next kind of bourbon boom.
Yeah.
I just can't stand tequila.
That's okay.
Tell you,
Have you had any like an Ajo or Reposados? Because once you add a little bit of that barrel presence, it helps.
Yeah, we'd have to try that out sometime. So the best margarita I've ever had was one of my buddies when I lived out in West Texas. He only added 2 ingredients, and it was the tequila and one other thing. Don't even know what the other thing was, and it was delicious. But I've tried the different ones. I mean,
here, throw down a little bit of that.
Tequila is just. So
it's
far,
not for
I haven't
everyone.
found one I like.
I really I really like in
flavorful.
summer. I love Ranch Waters. That's it. I like Ranch Waters a lot, but I've been getting into more of the nicer tequilas, and then like obviously if you go to Mexico and
so what's a nice tequila?
Holy crap! I just went blank on that.
I know we were going to say the same one. Fortaleza.
Fortaleza, yeah.
I think the G4 makes some pretty good tequila.
I've had some Don Julio. Not my favorite.
Yeah, I'm
not my favorite.
I used to think Don Julio was
What
good.
about this one right here?
They say the Don Julio.
Yeah, the Azul. That's a very good tequila.
Yeah, that's what's $200, right?
Is Azul really good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It always looks fancy.
I don't know if it's worth it.
They say the Don Julio and Ajo is pretty good, but like again, so
we're gonna do a tequila episode.
when you get into your
Cinco de
tequilas,
Mayo.
That'd be fun.
So Reposado is aged like about a year in a barrel, and then Añejo's like a couple years. So once you kind of get that barrel influence, you start picking up some kind of similar flavors to bourbon.
Does this smell like a $35, $40 whiskey right here?
You're asking the wrong person.
He's like, I don't know.
It's like it smells like alcohol.
No, it smells good though. Here, let me get before y'all say notes. Let me see if I can.
This is the Sazerac Rye Full Proof. I don't get. So I get it is comparable, but it's not. Yeah, well, yeah.
It's honestly on the flavor.
On the finish, yeah, that finish you get.
The flavor is so much like Handy. It's insane.
It's crazy.
The flavor is very good.
Yeah.
You
Very,
get that
very
freaking
This is an everyday. You can get this
raisin
anywhere.
plum note kind of
It's
thing.
a new thing, and it's insane how good it is.
So I live right over here by Big Daddy's. Can you get that at Big Daddy's?
I haven't seen it as much in Oklahoma. I'm not
I haven't
sure.
been to
just
Big
yet.
Daddy's in a while. I bet you can.
I need to. So you guys
Is
started.
that stag still sitting on the counter for $150?
I don't know. I didn't even. I don't like. I don't know. I
I'm
need
never ever overpaying for Stag again.
Yeah.
And it's a good bottle, but
How much is it? How much should it go for?
60,
$70,
80.
Yeah.
Maybe.
70, $80. I'd pay $100 for
Anywhere between
that's my
60
top.
and 80.
You guys went over to the wine cellar to the Sullivans.
Yeah, I love
I need to go. I need to go talk to
We
them.
did a video over there.
Jordan's my boy. Shout out to Jordan if he's ever. I don't know if he listens to us, but
He wasn't in there the last couple times I've been in there. I did go in there and buy a Cooper's Craft 100.
call him
though.
Blue
It's good.
Eyes.
Blue eyes.
Yeah,
Blue eyes don't
he's
lie.
got beautiful eyes.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
He's got some good hair, dude.
These eyes are crying.
So you know Randy, right?
Yeah.
Randy, one of the best dudes, man. That dude comes and eats with us over at Marco's once a week at least,
Oh, nice.
and is just he's super solid dude. So shout out Green Spray.
Yeah, I try to go. I shop at Green Spray all the time.
Yep.
I try to shop there as much as I possibly can.
Yep.
But where was I?
What
We're
were
talking about
we talking
Sazerac Full Proof.
Sazerac Full Proof. Yeah.
The finish is incredible on it. I get that similar. It's not as good as Handy, but it's pretty damn close, and
So,
it's way cheaper, better value. It's absolutely.
We're not trying to say it's necessarily better, but
it's
is it
comparable.
worth hunting Handy for $400 on secondary
no,
if you have this?
It's not. No, it's not.
it's-
and
it's-
Handy's my favorite.
Because
Right.
now I don't even really want Handy anymore. I'm just like, I'll just drink this.
Yeah.
Why not? I can get multiple bottles of this and it's fine.
Yep.
So that's the thing. Buffalo Trace needs to, which I've heard they're working on older Handy. They kind of have to at this
All
point.
right. So best values in whiskey.
Yep.
So Sazerac Rye Full Proof.
Yep.
I think Russell's 10 is still one of the better values.
It is very good. Yeah.
Wild Turkey 101. Early times. I don't know when the new juice starts kicking in, which I think is very soon.
I think it has kind of started. So
But early times up to this point has been Old Granddad 114, Knob Creek 9 year. I think Knob Creek 12 year. I think Knob Creek. I mean, even though it's $70, I still think it's one of the best bottles on the market.
How much that Old Granddad 114? Because I've had Old Granddad
25.
$25.
No kidding. Is that because they have multiple different types of Old Granddad? Is that
Yeah, they have the bottle and bond. They have a cask strength, don't they? Or what is the Old Granddad? They have the 16 year or something, or
yeah, that one's only 100 proof. I think,
Yeah,
or
it's like
90 proof or
100
something. It's low.
yeah, and it's not. It's overrated. But I think Michter's just is it small batch? I think that's an excellent value.
Yeah.
It's like $40, $45.
Benchmark full proof.
Benchmark Full Proof obviously is the GOAT. One of the best bottles ever. What else? Pikesville, we talked about that rye. I think that's a phenomenal rye. What else?
Russell's 10 is a good value.
I just said that. Where
It's a good 10-year.
Yeah.
Literally led with that. Are you just saying things and
Pikesville. No, I'm just kidding.
Old Granddad 114?
Granddad 114.
What else? We're missing a lot.
I think this is
I would say
Garrett's Garrett's
the
bottle right
Hennessy,
here.
yeah, the LeBron James.
I would say Bardstown Bottled and Bond. I like Bardstown Bottled
think-
and Bond a lot.
I like Bardstown that and the High Wheat. I think are great values.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, that was like $70, but that was super good. You haven't tried the Green River yet. The Green River Weeded is phenomenal. It's like a $28 bottle, 32. I don't know. It depends on where you buy it.
It's not super cheap, but that Frey Ranch Uncut is delicious for $80
It's like
bottle.
at $80. Yeah. What else? I'm thinking like more like 50 and below.
Redwood Empire.
Yeah, I had
Pipe Dream 101.
Dude, their rye is good.
I bought some specifically because of
Lost
Garrett's
Monarch.
recommendation when I was down with my family in Florida for vacation. Some Redwood Empire. Yep,
What'd
very
you
good.
get? Pipe Dream?
I think so.
Yeah, Pipe Dream's got that cinnamon flavor.
Yeah,
it's
it was
good.
very good.
Yeah, I won my blend, or we did the blend thing, and I aged mine, my winning blend in a Pipe Dream bottle. So I had a little bit of Pipe Dream juice left. What else? What else are we missing on greatest values in bourbon and whiskey?
I mean, Jim Beam Black is pretty good.
Yeah, the 7 years pretty good.
7 year. You already mentioned
JTS
Creeds,
Brown, the bottle bond
JTS.
is good. Buffalo Trace, obviously we missed that one. That's a great bottle.
Hell, you can get H. Taylor for $45 now.
Yeah,
That's starting to become a
What is it?
value bourbon.
Yeah.
H. Taylor small batch.
yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that, the Long Branch the other day, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've had long.
Oh, you not had it?
No, that's Matthew McConaughey's. Isn't it?
Hey,
It's a Wild Turkey product.
I'm a big fan of Interstellar, so
Yeah.
I'm a sucker.
Interstellar's a great movie.
Like I said, I'm a sucker for advertising.
All right.
All right.
We'll get into some movie discussions. I have some.
for sure.
I have some Interstellar things I'd like to talk about a little bit.
So, are we ready to move over to sports and talk
do
about
it.
the Super Bowl coming
do it.
up? Everybody ready for the Seahawks? So excited for the Seahawks and Patriots. Let me tell you.
We have the Patriots, and then the team where the quarterback where the Patriots made the quarterback see ghosts.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty interesting for
I
sure.
will say Sam Darnold played his little butt off against the Rams. He looked great. Honestly, it was that might be the best game of his
I want to
career.
ask, do you think there's anyone out there who thought that either one of these teams would have had any shot at making the Super Bowl preseason?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, the
wouldn't have.
Patriots
4-13, 2 seasons in a row for the Patriots.
Yeah, and then you had the Seahawks,
That's insane, isn't
who
it?
was like an 8-8 team with Geno Smith, and then
Yeah.
they had Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I guarantee there's nobody out there who was saying either one of these teams are going to make the Super Bowl.
But the Seahawks defense has significantly overperformed. They're one of the hardest places to play at home. They had home field advantage to the
Yeah, but they're playing
playoffs.
in San Francisco. Good luck.
Yeah, true. That is a big deal to talk about. I personally, so
It
I'm
is closer
picking
to
the
Seattle,
Seahawks. I think they're the better complete team. Kenneth Walker proved why he should be running the ball more.
Yeah, I mean,
Zach
Charbonnet
Charbonnet being
out, so yeah.
He looked unstoppable at times.
Jason looks unstoppable.
Sam Darnold pretty much outplayed. They both played amazing. Like Stafford played amazing. It went down to the Rams special teams that really cost them the
That
game.
fumble really screwed
That fumble
them. Yeah.
really changes the whole momentum of the game. Honestly, if you take that back,
That's
think
kind
the
of
Rams
how
win.
both their games went because when
Yeah.
they played in the season, the Rams were ahead pretty good, and then they had that punt return for a touchdown.
Got to give a shout out to Cooper Kupp making some
Yeah, Monday
amazing
touchdown, yeah.
last minute plays, touchdown, and that first down that they needed to have. So, bittersweet to lose to one of your perennial wide receivers in the history of the Rams. But,
Yeah.
I think this will be a really good game. Unfortunately, my Broncos lost. There's a lot of controversy. Should we have kicked a field goal? Should we have gone for it? I think if you're running with a backup quarterback, you should have kicked a field goal. But we're going to stay focused on the Super Bowl. And Bo Nix will be back next year.
I
Healthy.
also don't feel like that play call was great.
No, I don't either.
I think
I
that was
agree.
a horrible play call. I think
Ryan
going
Clark
for
said
was-
it best. He's like, I didn't have a problem with him going for it. I had a problem with the freaking play that they called.
That was horrible.
It was a terrible play call.
Why not just
man.
do a little out or something, or a little screen pass, or
Yeah.
get Harvey's in some space? I don't know.
Or do a delayed running back run or a QB sneak or something. I don't do
'Cause I
anything
don't-
but that play call.
Honestly,
anything.
Honestly,
If you're playing Madden, you're not calling that play call.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old child can know not to call that play call.
I mean, honestly, he wasn't even playing bad. The quarterback did really well.
No, he wasn't.
Other than that really bad fumble he had close to
Oh, when he's like running backwards and he's scrambling and he tries to
Yeah.
fake it. Yeah, that was terrible.
That was
but
not good.
Other than that honestly, that was the only really bad, which was a big one, was the only really bad.
That bomb to Mims was great.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh
That
my
was
God, that
sick.
was beautiful.
That was sick. And then the game, obviously, the weather in the second half. But back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think there are
sorry.
any
No,
points at all.
I'm excited for it, man. And I just don't watch, what do I watch on? I don't watch hardly any football anymore. I watch a little bit
I don't
NBA.
name your streaming service, and
Yeah.
that's which one it shows up
Yeah,
on.
that's what my brother's got YouTube TV, and that's what I'm just gonna jack for now on just to watch it.
what you should do.
But man, yeah, I just it's so unfortunate that the Patriots are back in it, and the Seahawks.
Hey, I'm not a Patriots fan at all, but Drake, got to give credit to Drake May and Mike Variable. I mean,
I like Drake May, and his wife is like super popular on TikTok for doing her baking stuff. And I'm like, dude, they seem like the nicest people.
Yeah,
Like,
have you seen him in interviews and stuff? He's like the weirdest. He can't talk, right?
You go there and it's like him and Will Campbell, like, oh, she's baking for us. Let's go.
He struggles was like, yep, we're going to get out there and play football, and I'll see you out there. It's like, okay, Drake May.
No,
I don't know. They seem cool. And then you got Diggs out there screwing hookers and snorting cocaine.
Hey, let Diggs be Diggs, man. Who does that sound like? Michael Irvin?
Well, apparently he's dating Cardi B or someone right now, too.
Yeah, I think it's. No, he's dating Cardi B, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Dude, he has like 30 kids or something. Like, he's like Tyreek Hill.
I don't know. And then he's got like those abuse allegations coming. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
This is not the
I see this being a pretty low scoring game, though. Like,
so.
both defenses are really good. Like,
what's the call for the game?
For the game,
I think it's going to be 21-17.
2017.
I'm going to say 24-21.
I actually said
Seattle.
I said that the Broncos game was going to be like 14-10, and it was right around that. Yeah, it was
you did for sure.
Of course, I did. I think it would have been a lot. I think it would have been a little higher scoring if this whole second half.
Yeah,
was
but you didn't
just
have a blizzard blow
Yeah.
in. But again, it goes back to understanding where you're at and your weather conditions and all that stuff. But
and I always think like I would want to be the team that plays in that normally, right? Yeah. Practices in that, right, and has that advantage. Like it'd be so much of an advantage.
Yeah, because there are a couple of teams that are starting to build domes, and it's like that's like an advantage for you. Like Kansas City's building a new stadium, and there's going to have a dome.
Yeah.
I think Chicago's going to build a dome, which just seems silly.
Yeah,
that's an advantage.
That should be an advantage for you
100%.
if you play it correctly. Yeah,
yeah, and again, it comes down to what version of Sam Darnold shows up. Like he proved he can play with the best of them last game against Stafford, which is why I picked the Rams. And the Rams could have easily won that game. They had a couple blunders with that return that was fumbled or whatever and gave him a free touchdown, but. In general, Sam Darnold played just as good. Kenneth Walker obviously is going to be a key playmaker in this. Like to see more run game from the Patriots.
I will say the Patriots
outside of Drake May.
You're not going to run it against the Patriots. I think Kenneth Walker's going to struggle against the Patriots, so they're going to have to be forced to pass. So it's going to come up to just, and that's the thing I kept yelling at the screen. I'm like, JSN is their only receiver, and you are leaving him so open.
Yeah,
he caught like 13 passes. It seemed like
100%.
he was. So
over 150 yards.
So open every time. And I'm just like, he is the playmaker. Yeah. And you guys are just like running this stupid zone for him to go
It was
around.
like the Broncos in the second half letting Drake May run wild. It's a freaking blizzard. Put a freaking QB spy out there on him.
Yeah.
We never QB spied him. Maybe one play. I couldn't believe it.
He's a good runner.
He is up the middle. He's the best running quarterback up the middle in the league. And what did we do? We collapsed the pocket on the outside to blitz him and left the middle wide open with no QB spy. And guess what? We lost because of that. Sorry, I'm so upset about that.
That's what the good teams will do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But, it should be a good game. I think both teams, I wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots won. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the combo of Variable and Drake May. I mean, Drake May is going to be a force to be reckoned with for many years. Very exciting young quarterback.
You want to hear something interesting I heard about the Super Bowl?
Sure.
Absolutely. So who'd they pick to do the halftime show?
Bad Bunny.
Is it about Bad Bunny wearing a dress?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Apparently he said he's going to wear a dress.
So I'd heard, and this is maybe conspiracy theory, whatever. I'd heard that Apple had a lot of say in that because they're going to be promoting their new AirPods that translate.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so that was why a big push to have a Spanish speaking. Spanish speaking.
I don't have any issues with Bad Bunny doing the halftime show.
No,
honestly,
I'm just not going to watch it like I do any other halftime show.
Yeah. Like halftime show. Who cares? That's where I'm at. Like,
honestly, I think
unless they get like Metallica or something, I'll watch the crap out of
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I remember that, and then
I just like. I
remember Prince. Dude, Prince was insane.
Yeah, Prince was good.
Let's see. So
people are gonna hate on it regardless if it's a good band or not.
Exactly.
I don't think it's a big deal. I get he's not. I mean, he's.
I have a buddy. One of my buddies loves Bad Bunny. Doesn't speak a lick of English or Spanish. I mean, and he just sits there. I like
Bad Bunny songs.
Sings.
I mean, I travel the world enough. I listen to Bad Bunny all the time.
I mean, I love Rammstein, and they don't speak any English. They're a German band.
Well, that's. I think the only Super Bowl performances, I remember when it was Snoop and 50 and Dre
and Eminem
and Kendrick M. Remember all that one. And then after I saw that, I think I remember the Janet Jackson one. I mean, that's just I mean, that was a childhood memory.
You know? Do you remember the Prince one? The Prince one was insane.
No, so I don't remember Prince.
Or the Black Eyed Peas. People everywhere.
No, I don't remember the
Fergie's. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember the Fergie. Do you remember her singing the national anthem at the basketball
she's had some classic blunders for sure.
Yeah.
And I like Fergie. I don't have a problem. I just think it's so funny seeing
I remember
him,
being in Vegas and I was at the club and I forgot exactly which hotel. It was Caesars.
Yeah.
And I was like, they had this like little like normal people and then like they had like this VIP section.
Yeah.
I turned to the right. I was dancing with my girl at the time, which I'm no longer with her, but
neither here nor there.
And Fergie's right over there. I was like, the Black Eyed Peas are right. I'm
kidding.
like, from me to you, and like she's dancing over there, and I'm like, oh my god, that's kind of crazy.
That is awesome.
That was a crazy Vegas story time I had. Like I met Michael Jackson's dad.
No kidding,
dude. I'm not even exaggerating. These are I don't have any reason to exaggerate.
Yeah,
but like we're at this. We're staying at the Stratosphere because me and my buddy were poor.
Yeah.
No offense if you stay at the Stratosphere, but we couldn't afford anything better. I don't know what that hotel is now, but we were not in the most financial well-off place. And so they had this Filipino band, and we got to know them, and we were like, talk to them, and they would shout us out once we showed up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we'd watch them, root them on or whatever, and have a couple drinks before we went out. And I noticed this guy had like guards and stuff. Why is Michael Jackson's dad hanging out the Stratosphere? I don't know.
Yeah, he's there.
And so I had like finally went over and was like, hey man, and like we found out it was like, Michael Jackson's dad, and then like we ended up having a drink with Michael Jackson's dad and
That's
talking
sick.
like, why are you here?
That's sick.
It's kind of the craziest thing ever. And like I was like, oh, I don't know.
I love that. I've only got one famous person I've ever met, I think, outside of Third Doors Down.
Greg Upchurch?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Greg Upchurch.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Greg here.
Hope you're doing well, Greg. Happy New Year.
And so I was at the Colvin Center, which is in Stillwater, right? I was my senior year. My brother was senior year in high school, right? He was 4 years younger than me. Came up and we were playing basketball Saturday morning up at the Colvin Center. A lot of football players and everybody would come out and play with us and stuff. So we were out there playing. We get on the court and there's this kid, and I mean about my age, right? But he was balding, and we were like, okay, we're gonna dominate.
12.
Yeah, we're gonna dominate this. Like this unathletic looking white dude, So we start playing, and dude scores 13 out of their 15 points, and is just yamming it, putting it in our eye, like with the easiest, of all time.
Yeah, like LeBron James kind of.
Like there's levels, right? There's levels to this, right? So winds up, we're all pissed. We're sitting on the sideline. Somebody comes over. They're like, you know who that is, right? And we're like, no, who is it? They're like, that's the starting point guard of A&M. Alex Caruso is who that wound up being.
Oh my God.
Two-time NBA champion Alex Caruso.
Just yamming on us, dude. Defensive, one of the best defensive point guards ever.
And dude didn't play a lick of defense when he was playing against us.
Two-time NBA champion?
Yes, two-time NBA champion Alex Caruso. So that was pretty cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad he finally embraced the bald.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a few stories like that, but I'll just leave one. So there was a new club that opened up in Oklahoma City in Bricktown when I lived there, and me and my ex had gone there, and we're just hanging out, and I'm looking over, I'm like, oh, that's Nick Collison. Mm-hmm. And I look over, I was like, oh, that's Russell Westbrook.
No kidding.
And then I look over, I was like, oh my God, that's James Harden. What is going on? And what does my ex do? She pushes past Russell Westbrook to get to the bar. She's like, motherfucker was in my way. And so I have pictures on my phone of me like taking pictures, and then I'm going,
yeah, that's like, so
who
funny.
the hell just pushed me?
That's funny.
She's like, I don't give a hell. I don't care who he is. I wanted to get to the bar to get a drink.
Brody, that's one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite NBA player of all time. Brody Westbrook. Whenever he was, I so wanted him to get a ring when he was in Denver. Man,
Yeah,
I so wanted him.
He's probably one of the better NBA players to not have a ring.
Yeah,
for sure.
I hate it for him, man. I mean, averaging a triple-double for 2
All
seasons
right.
is
Well,
insane.
we can't have a Bourbon for Dummies and not drink some Blantons.
All right.
So I'm pouring one of our, which is a single barrel, just so everybody knows.
John Wick drank this and then he killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, John Wick, baby.
Was that in the first movie? I need to watch that again.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. This is 93 proof.
It's when he's getting like stitched up and it kind of goes across the bottle.
Okay.
The letter N, if you didn't know, on your little horsey, if you have a Blaine's bottle, at the back leg of a horse, and if you collect them all, you can send it to Buffalo Trace, and they'll send you like a whole little thing of it. But it has a letter N. So,
how many do you have?
I've got like 7 of them, I think, 6 or 7. I don't know. I have to look.
What do they send you if you send them all in?
They send you like a little. They like put it in this little wooden thing where like they spell out Blanton's.
Dude,
it's kind of cool.
Hey, one day you're gonna
catch them all.
You're gonna have that platinum YouTube. You know.
I don't know if this is my bubblegum Blanton's,
and then the Blanton's spelled right next to it.
But I know this Blanton smells delicious. This is one of the better blends I've had. I will say that.
Yeah, the last one I had was really, really good.
Yeah, you had a good one too. I think we got bubblegum on that one.
So what is this bottle? What do you expect to pay if you're trying to get a Blanton's bottle?
So if you're that's a good question. So the MSRP is around $89.99 these days.
I think you can get it for about 84.
84,
It's
yeah,
like 80,
$89.
$90.
I've seen it go for $100 to $200 on secondary or just liquor stores.
It's a lot. It goes for like they trade really well, but they are going significantly down on the secondary market.
It's super smooth.
Yeah, it's really smooth.
There's no bite
not
to
bad.
it. There's no bite to it at all.
No, it's nice.
It's 94, right? Or is it 96?
No, it's 96. 93, sorry.
We were both wrong. Samsonite. We were way
I
off.
just said it, and I was like, you threw me off with the Michter's 10, which is a phenomenal bottle, by the way. You've almost killed that one. Is that your last one?
No, I have the 24. I have a lot. I have a lot of the 24.
I know we drank a lot of that one for the end of your blind.
I have the 24. I have a lot of the 24 still left.
Yeah, this Blanton's is delicious.
Delicious.
Really, I've been trying to.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to finish this one off. So
yeah, this Blanton's is really good. We were just talking. What were we talking about? Blanton's being delicious and
Westbrook needing a ring.
Westbrook, yeah. You told do you have to retell your basketball story?
we're good.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah. It was just like within the last few minutes.
All right, so who you picking? Super Bowl?
I would like the Patriots to win. I think the Seahawks are the more overall team. I don't want seeing Ghost Darnold to win a Super Bowl.
I don't care about that. I think that would be awesome. And Ethan sent us that thing.
To go from like the worst
He's in the same draft class as Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield.
This
They
is
are
great
all the
situation.
same draft class.
And he's the first one to make the Super Bowl.
Put Josh Allen on the Seahawks team, and they easily win the Super Bowl.
To be honest with you, I wish.
Josh
I'm not
Allen.
a Bills fan at all, but I'm a Josh Allen fan.
Put Josh Allen on the Broncos. We would win for the next 5 years.
Dog, it sucks being.
I love Bo Nix.
Kind of good team at all.
It sucks being a Cowboys fan, so I can't even
Poor
say
Cowboys.
it.
Sorry for Cowboys fans out
This is
there.
our year,
I don't
right?
hate you guys at all.
Dude, okay, so the first year I actually bought onto that bandwagon of it's our year was after Zeke's rookie year when Tony got hurt and Zeke's rookie year and Dak took over. I was like, they balled out the entire season.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. Next year, let us down. Next year, let us down. And then Witten retired, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah. So I was drinking the John Elway Kool-Aid. That's how I became a Broncos fan. And all my family was Cowboys fans. I wanted to be different.
Yep.
And then we were the absolute biggest underdogs against the Green Bay Packers, against Brett Favre.
Yep.
It was 95. And
Was that 95?
I think it was 95. Yeah.
Damn.
I know. I'm
Old.
old.
Yeah. We're all getting old, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Golly.
crazy. But yeah, so I'm picking the Seahawks. I think it's going to be a really close game. Who you got, Holden?
I'm going to say the Patriots, as much as I hate to say it. I think the Patriots. We'll see.
I hope you're both wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. Too.
I like Drake May, dude.
I like Drake May.
I like Drake May. That's the only
out of
reason
all
I'm
the
saying.
Patriots players, I like Travion Henderson too. I liked him in Ohio State as well.
Yeah.
Just he's a big playmaker, but I like Drake May's awesome. I mean, good guy. Seems like the most down to earth person in the world. Just living his best life, slinging it. But the Patriots team's been great, and Mike Variables. I don't know.
It's Vrabels.
Variables.
I say something like that.
Vrabels.
Can't even correct. you.
Arables.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Variables. I don't know. Whatever his name is. He's done a great job. So.
Yes. Yep.
You
Unfortunately.
make me.
They haven't
happy.
announced Coach of the Year. They haven't announced any of those awards yet, have they?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I
no.
didn't think so.
Oh, you know what? So speaking of a little bit of football, did you see that somebody got snubbed in the Hall of Fame? Did y'all see that?
Oh, Bill
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick. He did not do well in the voting.
That's insane.
I
Right?
agree.
100%. And everyone else in the NFL feels that way.
Like,
too.
Yeah.
people say Tom Brady carried him. It doesn't matter. Dude has 8 rings.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Well, the question is, did Tom Brady carry him or did he carry Tom Brady?
It was probably both, right? I mean,
No,
granted, Tom Brady, he went to Tampa and won again.
You can't deny that Bill Belichick is a football genius.
Agreed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
I don't care how good Tom Brady was. Peyton Manning was just as good or better.
If not better, yeah.
Also, I
Skill-wise,
love Bill Belichick's drafting during COVID because he just put his dog in front of the computer.
But look at the successful coaches that come out. Well, Bill Parcells and then the Bill Belichick system. I mean, there's been a ton of great.
Like I said, I think that's a huge snub. I don't know like what was even going through people's minds.
I don't know either. I just think there's a lot of Bill Belichick haters out there.
Well, he does have. It's probably because he has a 20-year-old
girlfriend, which is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, shame on you for having a beautiful young girlfriend.
Look, I get it, but at the same time, I don't want to put up with that at all.
So my thing is like,
we're talking about the new I saw a video of like what it's like to date. What is it, Gen? What are the Gen?
So there's my son's Gen Alpha, I think.
No, but the old enough, like you could date a girl.
I don't remember.
Gen Z.
Millennial?
No, Gen Z.
I'm a millennial.
Right?
Yeah, I'm a millennial too.
I don't know.
We're all,
but it was
Cody
like
might be a little too old for
It might be Gen X
Yeah.
over here, or freaking boomer. You know what I'm saying?
I hate both of you. That's funny. Anyways, I'm not even gonna.
Gen Z or Gen whatever.
But it was like a video of this girl making fun of like what it's like to date a girl, like, and it's just like they're so disconnected with life and what reality is, and it was just like it was so real. I'm like, I hope to God my daughter's not going to be like that. That's what I was thinking in my head.
They love putting him on camera. You're just like, oh my God.
Oh my God, let me check my phone for 20 minutes while we're sitting here having dinner together.
Okay. And that's how you get the Hawk Tour girl being famous.
Yeah, 100%.
So I am a big proponent of my kids. Whenever they do have a phone, which is going to be way later than everybody else.
Yeah, same. My daughter's like, I'm the only kid that doesn't have a phone. I was like, I don't care.
Do not care. And it's for their benefit. Like legitimately, it's one of those like you won't know until they're older, right? Yeah. But like even whenever my kids do get a phone, it's going to be a straight up flip phone.
Yep.
No iPhone.
Parents' contacts is the only ones.
I get that phone every night. I'll look through every bit of it. I don't care. Yeah. There's no deleting anything. Like,
if you're thinking you're going to text my daughter and see anything that's inappropriate, I will find you and hunt you down.
I have a particular set of skills.
Yeah, I have a particular set of skills that.
Hey, I travel all over the world. I know the good hiding spots.
Yeah, and I know people in other countries. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave like that.
I know people.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm with you. Sorry, way off topic.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Anything else in the Super Bowl? I think it'll be a good game. Excited. Congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations to all you stupid Patriots fans. No, just kidding. Enjoy Casey.
And Casey enjoyed the Russell's 15.
I bet he did. Yeah. Oh, he got his Patriots won against my backup quarterback, and he got Russell's 15.
I'll show you a video later, but he was like, "I'll go do a snow angel." Well, he goes to run outside and just fucking.
Charlie Brown's it? Is he Charlie Brown?
Plants right in front of his car. And then he goes out to try to do a snow angel. Like, bro, that's all ice. You can't make a snow angel.
He's
like, I'm just doing it anyway. Whatever.
I love it.
I know. He just had to be so happy.
I love it.
Well, he's like, we're playing with house money. We were never supposed to be in the Super Bowl.
I'm surprised he didn't like tell you to talk shit to me or something like that.
No, because he's like, dude, we've went way above and beyond where we thought we'd be right now.
Yeah. Who sent? Was it you or Ethan that sent that? It was like the schedule of the Patriots and the coach fired, week 3 fired.
But they still got to the Super Bowl.
They did.
We can talk shit about their schedule all day, but they're still in the Super Bowl.
Let's talk about why they got to the Super Bowl real quick before we move on. I know this episode's becoming long. One, CJ Stroud gave it to him because he's a terrible quarterback. And 2, they played a backup quarterback against the Broncos in a blizzard.
He beat 3 top 5 defenses in a row.
In a blizzard.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
3. The Chargers were 5. The Texans were 1. I think the Broncos were 2 or 3.
Well, that's because CJ Stroud kept throwing interceptions.
Well, you talk about
CJ Stroud all day long, but
I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was talking about the like advanced statistics, and it was talking about plus and minuses essentially, right, of the NFL.
Was it the spiking the football statistic?
No, this one was about the Houston Texans defense and how absolutely like better than any defense in the history.
You give us listen.
They're like 2001 Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
good.
no, exactly.
Honestly, we could have won with who? I don't even remember what your quarterback's name was that you played. What was his name?
Jarrett Stidham.
We would have won with Jarrett Stidham.
It was Like, and that I was reading it, and I was like, that is impressive.
We just need
good.
a guy who can manage the clock. We just needed a guy who can manage, and CJ Stroud wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
So a fun statistic is
Today, Junior.
he had a 28% passer rating.
All right, what are we going to drink last?
If you go out and you spike the ball every play,
I don't know. You got to try it, though.
if you spike the ball every play, you get a 35. So
No
he was below the statistic if you just go out and spike the ball every play. That's
That
how
is
bad
crazy.
he played.
It's probably, hey, it may not be good.
He was handing me a Lagavulin. Lagavulin. Is it Lagavulin?
It's the Ron Burgundy one,
So,
too.
I'm Ron Burgundy. It's Caribbean rum
not
cast
Ron
finish,
Burgundy.
aged
No,
11
it's-
years.
Oh,
And
that's a
it's
rum
smoky.
cash finish? That might be a little different than the
Dude,
one I
it's
tried.
so smoky.
Okay, so
It is.
I'm a big fan of Parks and Rec.
This is an island.
Yeah,
Right.
Parks and Rec's are great.
First off, a big fan of The Office. Parks and Rec
Yeah.
is a good second alternative to it. But
Oh,
Ron
It's an
Swanson,
island. I'm so
that's all
screwed.
he drank was
Super smoky.
Lagavulin, right?
He
So I saw
did.
this in
Lagavulin.
the liquor
I
store the other
apologize
day.
for mispronouncing that.
Oh,
Did you
fine.
pour some?
Not yet. Not yet.
All right, pour some and let's try it together.
It smells like a fireplace, a Band-Aid.
I'm pretty sure I tried this one. Actually, I might have tried a different year than this one. 'Cause
Oh, we didn't even talk about.
I don't remember being the Caribbean cast
We didn't
finish.
talk about common bourbon notes, which I guess is like everybody, it's like vanillas, caramels.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Let's move on.
Oh, this one is
Smoky, dude.
ripe.
So I don't know. This is
It's very
This
smoky.
smells like bacon.
Yeah,
I guess this is Scotch for dummies too. It's like very meaty.
so it's a
Wow,
So
this
it's
one,
peaty?
Okay, so this one tastes a lot better than the one I had.
okay.
It tastes a lot better than nose, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
it's-
Nose is all over the place.
The one I tried was like just tasted like
Tastes
a
like
freaking fire pit.
It smells like a Band-Aid fire, like in a fire, like that was cooked over
It is interesting.
a bed of bacon.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody the other day. I was like, why does Taco Casa smell like a jock strap from a locker room? Like,
So
what-
it's
the meat.
It's the grease after they cook it, and it goes out back, and there's grease, not a grease trap, but like there's. I mean, we have roll-offs of, like drums of grease. So that's
okay.
what
someone
marinated
said, oh,
back
it's because they do that. I'm like, yeah, but Taco Bell and Taco Casa don't smell like that. I've
Well,
just never understood.
So Taco
Bell doesn't even use real meat.
Bell. So there's a whole thing on Joe Rogan podcast that when Red Band talks about like the origins of Taco Casa, he's not that far off. If you've seen that TikTok, I'll send it to you guys
Oh,
after
about
this.
how it used to be Taco
He's
Bell.
not that
or
far
whatever.
off.
Yeah.
So I have a little insight of this because my dad was the very first franchisee of all time of Taco Casa.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
That's really cool.
It's super cool. So my dad worked for Roy in high school, Roy Upshaw.
Yeah.
He owned like 5 Taco Bells before they sold to Pepsi or Coke or whoever bought them.
I think it was
the brand.
Pepsi.
I think it's Pepsi. Yeah.
So he owned 5 Taco Bells. Then they started making it. Making it corporate, right? Which is not a bad thing. It's what you do to reduce
depends on the
costs,
corporate structure.
to increase volume,
Yes.
right? And so they started shipping you frozen, bags of pre-cooked chicken, pre-cooked meat. It is what it is, right? You heat it up in a steam table, and then you serve it to people. What they used to do was cook it every day in the store. They used to shred their own cheese. They used to, cook everything, fry their own shells, right? And so Roy moved to Garland, Texas, opened up 4 Taco Casas himself there, and essentially did it the old Taco Bell way. And so they shred the cheese every day in store. They cook the meat every day in store from, raw meat. They fry all the taco shells in store every day.
Yeah.
So it's fresh and as fresh as you can get in a fast food setting. And then my dad, 38 years ago now, or 30, coming up on 39 years ago, franchised the very first one. Him and his best friend, Brian, they opened the store here, and it was rough for a while, but they got it going, and now they both do very well.
I mean,
so.
I remember. I know people that have left Durant, and it's very hard to do. It's
brings you back.
It's a vacuum.
I love Durant, though.
but
I don't
people
know.
come back and they're like, I want Taco Casa.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I crave it. I love the burritos. Like, I'm a burrito guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I used to back in the day. I think it was a taco burger.
Yeah. So it's funny
That's
enough.
Taco Mayo, I think. But then you guys got one.
This
too.
one, the one in Durant, they sell more taco burgers than any other Taco Casa in the franchise.
Taco burger was like a Taco Casa, Taco Mayo thing.
It's
back in there. But
just taco meat, a bun, and some cheese.
I haven't gone to Taco. Is Taco Mayo? Yeah, we still have a Taco Mayo, don't we?
Yeah, I love
Talk
Taco
about
Mayo.
Walmart.
Yes. So Taco Mayo, funny enough, that building used to be a Taco Mayo. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. used to be. Taco Mile years and years ago.
And Ken's Pizza across the street, man.
Dude, do you remember
Rest in
Ken's
peace,
Pizza?
brother.
Oh,
Rest
my
in peace,
goodness.
Ken's Pizza.
So you're from Kingston, so you may not know about Ken's Pizza.
You didn't get no Ken's Pizza, man.
Dog.
I was all about Simple Simons.
Yeah, so Simple Simons is still in business, but they opened up a Domino's over there. I don't know if you know that or not.
Where, in Kingston?
Kingston.
Where?
They opened up a Domino's where the Subway used to be.
Oh,
They
and
sold
I just
that building.
read
Really?
something crazy about Domino's.
I don't know.
And I don't know.
So I'll tell you,
Go ahead.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Fantastic decision by them because the Hard Rock got approved right after that. So they
But
did
that's
it.
not happening now, from what I heard.
Oh, I think it is again.
Oh, I don't know. It's been back and forth.
So they originally did try to do the TANF. It did not pass. There's like 5 county commissioners or whatever. They denied it. Then they said, hey, it will only be higher taxes people who are on the resort itself. It passed this time, and so it's going through. So I hope it's going through because I want to work with the Hard Rock and whatnot with at work, and Grant and Point Vista, all that.
Well, then
jazz.
Greg wanted to get a coffee shop in there too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would do nothing but benefit Kingston, right? It will make Kingston not necessarily a small town anymore, which that's what a lot of people are scared of, and I understand. I truly do understand.
Well, yeah, look at people building houses right there on the
It's beautiful,
Well,
beautiful houses.
beautiful houses. I agree,
Yeah,
and then it's like a
huge.
danger
Yeah.
zone. That's a flood zone.
Oh yeah. So,
But I saw that they found, I guess, in Domino's marinara sauce, like high levels of arsenic.
Oh, really?
Which apparently everything has. Like, did you see the kids' toothpaste? Tom's had lead and arsenic, high levels.
Good night.
And like they did. I saw multiple studies of it. I thought it
Really?
was. You got to question everything you see
you do.
online,
Yeah,
right? But
you do.
So I'm not 100% sure about the Domino's pizza. I got to do more research on that. But be careful where you eat, what toothpaste you use.
I got some Domino's pizza the other day. It was fine.
No, I mean it doesn't mean it tastes bad. It just like you just got to be aware of like what.
Agreed, yeah.
What companies
Obviously,
are
I would
using.
have got Marco's, but for some reason, you guys weren't open anymore, and I was like, "Well, I want a DoorDash. I don't want to come
yeah,
pick
fair
it up."
enough. Yeah. So we do all this. Really, it's actually really funny. We do kind of the old school pizza thing, same way that Taco Casa does the old school, Tex-Mex thing. At Marco's, like we still make the dough in house every day. We still make the sauce in house every
I've
day.
seen
We
it
still cut the
personally. You
veggies,
guys
all that
make it
jazz,
there,
right? But yeah, I will say, listen, I've had a Domino's thin crust. I think Domino's thin crust is awesome. Like they have that I
don't like their thick crust. I like the thin crust.
Their thin crust, and thin crust is kind of really all the same because I get the same. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming the same thin crust that they get, right? But their oil that they put around the crust is delicious. So
Yeah.
I don't harp on anybody.
Hey, I've been making pizza at home.
I
I've
just
been
like
doing
pizza
a
a
good
lot.
job.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like I like Simple Simon's pizza. I like Papa John's.
Yeah.
I like Marco's. I just like pizza.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I love pizza too. I eat pizza all over the world when I travel. Like that's one of the things I love to do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm in Barbados, if I'm in St. Lucia, if I'm in Europe. Like I always like to try pizza, see the uniqueness, and there's lots of it. It's meat, cheese, and sauce.
Yeah.
Right?
So Jimmy
Crust.
went over to Italy. He filmed a wedding over there.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
And he all fancy, make pizza the Italian way and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is way different.
It is.
It is way different in Italy.
I've had it in Italy.
But I
been to
always
Rome.
give him a hard time about it. But honestly, though, this Lagavulin, not bad. It
Not
smells
bad.
insane.
The only thing I don't like about it is the finish.
Is there a peat in here?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's
Okay.
got to be peated. I taste it. It's like the smokiness and
It's not bad,
It
though.
leaves no, it's not bad at all. No, absolutely. I
It's
enjoy
better
it.
than the one I had. I think the other one I had wasn't finished in the Caribbean rum cask.
I actually I think it's the Caribbean rum cast because I love rum.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm a bourbon nerd, but I do love rum, and we are going to do a rum episode.
You are a
super
pirate.
excited about
Do
that.
you love rum? Are you
do.
sure?
I love it.
Okay.
Red
Yeah.
rum.
But I get this Band-Aid kind of car
The smell
tire
is
note,
insane. The
in
smell is insane.
Taste in my mouth.
But hey, this is going to go up in my my collection. You
Garrett
guys-
actually can't drink rum. You get what is it that you get?
Plastic.
Plastic. Yeah, you
the
get the
same level
plastic.
I was. Yeah, I get a plastic.
really?
note. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So okay, last side note. In college, Kraken,
This is gonna be a
right?
4-hour episode.
No, it's
It's an episode that never
Kraken,
ends.
right?
Yeah, the Kraken.
Yeah, the
So,
Kraken.
rum.
so Kraken, I got for like $15 for like a 1.75 in college. And granted, that was a long time ago. Me and my buddy drank it so much to the point it was one of the worst nights of my life, as well as my wife's life.
I did that.
That's how you get married.
I did that with Jaeger, and I don't drink Jaeger.
Do you remember the big jugs that it's like Carl DeRosa or whatever that? I had to deny about that. I had the worst hangover in my entire life.
I had one of my friends, and I will name no names, but my wife will know if she ever listens to this podcast. One of my friends was staying over at my house that night. He woke up. It was just pissing in the floor. And my wife was like, "Hey!" and turned around.
There's a bathroom over there.
He just looked like a puppy dog. She made him go clean it up and everything, dude.
Oh, that's good.
Still to this
did
day.
Did she stick his nose in it?
No, didn't rub his nose in it, but probably should have.
I remember there was one night when I lived in Oklahoma City, a buddy of mine was in my room in my closet, and he was peeing, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm using the bathroom." I'm like, "Oh no,
wrong spot, buddy."
Dude.
Oh no, brown cow.
Oh yeah,
That's funny.
Cracking. I don't mess with it anymore though.
Well, we can wait to talk about the Oscars and stuff. Did you want to mention anything except you called Sinners?
I wanted to ask Holden about some of his favorite movies.
Some of your favorite movies, Holden. Let's talk about that.
All right, so I'll go. I love top 4 albums and top
Lamp.
4 movies, and I love Lamp. Anchorman is up there. It's not one of them though.
Okay.
So, my top 4 favorite movies. My number 1 is A Knight's Tale, and people say, "Oh, it's a chick flick or whatever." I am a huge Heath Ledger fan. I love Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I love the whole cast, dude.
It was so
that was a
well
good
cast.
cast. It
So
really
well
is.
cast.
That's also honestly what I think is a super underrated movie.
I love it. So
Except the whole Queen like stomping at the very beginning. I'm like, why are we doing this, guys?
I love that.
I'm like, why?
It doesn't fit, and I love it. Like I just like, I think it's so good.
All right,
So
can we get bourbon back in my
super
mouth,
Yeah.
please? I don't know. Scotch is good.
Let's do some Lady Bird. Who wants to try some Texas whiskey?
Dude.
I'll hit you up.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
A Knight's Tale is one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite movie. And then
Interesting.
I'm gonna go second. I'll probably go Interstellar is up there.
All right, Matthew McConaughey.
I'm a big Matthew McConaughey fan. Love Matthew McConaughey. Really legitimately. I don't know if you ever listen to his outlook on life.
I love Matthew McConaughey.
yeah,
I think
I
he's
think-
one of the greatest.
Like a legitimately good dude. It seems
Yeah.
like. So, and I don't know him. I don't know Matthew McConaughey, but I feel like I would get along with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
so.
he seems like one of the coolest dudes to ever hang out with.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah. And so I love it, man. I like movies that I'm not a super emotional guy, but I like movies that I feel something right. And those two are definitely some I feel some. My last two, not my last two, but top 4 rounded out. I put them as a trilogy. I know Garrett doesn't like that or not, but Lord of the Rings is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And I've got a lot of sentimental value with my grandpa.
Can I step in here for a second?
Hit me.
If you had to pick one of the Lord of the Rings movies.
2 Towers. But
Really?
yeah, oh
Wow.
yeah.
That's everyone's like third.
Least favorite.
Okay.
So-
I think
but-
Two Towers has a lot of interesting parts in it.
I mean, Lord of the Rings franchise is phenomenal. So.
It's a lot of me for nostalgia.
Nerd.
Me and my grandpa watched a lot of it together. And then
Yeah, definitely.
the
Okay.
Matrix trilogy is my favorite, and I love.
So The Matrix is one of my favorite movies of all time.
The first movie is
It changed the way
amazing.
I think.
Yeah.
Mr.
when I first watched it.
Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, just the idea of red pill, blue pill, right? That introduced
Red
it,
Pill, Blue.
right?
Which pill are you taking?
And then the
I'm taking the one I want to know, right? I always want to know.
And then the Wachowski's brothers became the Wachowski sisters.
They did
and it all
become.
went downhill.
So I have not watched that one. Have you watched that one?
No.
I do want to watch it because it is still a Matrix movie.
Horrible.
I have
Which one?
also heard.
Which
I don't
one?
know.
They came out the new Matrix.
Yeah, I've seen the newest.
Is it how rated? Scale 1 to 10.
It's like a 5.
Okay. I still want to watch it. I have not yet, but I have heard
And
it
that's
is
probably being
not
nice
great.
because I'm a huge Matrix fan.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's in my top 5 greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
When I get my list, Matrix is in there.
And I am a huge
I
Keanu Reeves
love
fan too.
Dude, he's like
The guy.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with you, and that's my thing. So the first movie has so many metaphors with Alice in Wonderland, and you're following the White Rabbit, you're going down the
Yep.
rabbit hole, and it doesn't feel like it has that. It's like they built this first movie, and then they're like, oh shit, we need to make a trilogy. Well, what else are we? And so it's kind of like they didn't have that idea concept really built out like they did probably in the first movie.
Well, so I don't know how much you put into it, but it's very much, in my opinion, a kind of a sacrificial lamb type of scenario, right? That's what he does in the third movie, right? He sacrifices himself for the good of
Apparently, then
mankind.
it just comes back
right?
in the next one, so I don't know.
Yeah, so and that's the thing. I haven't seen the last one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, right? But the idea is that he is the chosen one, and he sacrifices himself for the good of the people, right? As soon as he does, boom, everybody's gone, right? So it's very much like a theological thing. I think, in the first trilogy. Second one, I just love it. I just think it's so sick.
I think that car chase scene is one of the best scenes.
The twins, dude.
So
the twins that can phase through stuff, dude.
And then the Asian
love
dude,
it. Yes.
The Oracle.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
the Oracle.
The first two are great,
but it's such a mind bend, dude. Because I watched them again. So whenever I moved out of West Texas, me and all my buddies there, we were all sad where I was moving. So we all watched the Matrix trilogy again, dude. Such a good. I just loved it.
What do you think about this Ladybird?
Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry.
This is like defines, and then again, I'm not the biggest Garrison Brothers fan, but I love this bottle. This bottle's incredible. I think this is the best thing I've ever had by theirs, and I've had.
So what notes should I be seeing right now?
Well, it's infused with honey and finished in cognac. So
I get both of those in spades.
Yeah, I like Texas. Cognac. I say I like cognac. Let me rephrase this.
It's better than Hennessy.
I was a huge fan of Kid Cudi is one of my top 4 favorite albums of all time. If we want to go into that, huge Hennessy guy, and so I drank it when I was in college, and I still like it. I legitimately like it. I don't know if it's good. Don't know anything about it. I just like it. A lot of advertising, like we talked about. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's super smooth like that. Like I've always thought cognacs are very, very smooth. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
no,
I never get the bite to them.
Well, it's lower proof. It's like 80.
Yeah,
I think 80 proof typically.
Yeah, they're lower proof, and then that's where Char and Barrels I think really came from was the cognac. Cognac was doing that. They give it credit to Elijah Craig, I think, because he's one of the credited father of bourbon, which. Again, I wasn't around that time period. There's a lot of controversy around it, but
is there? What's the controversy?
Back in the 1600s, they were charring barrels for cognacs.
Yeah,
and Sazerac was a big part of that, and Thomas Handy and all that kind of stuff. But we can get into that in later history. We need to do the history of bourbon. That'd be a good episode.
Well, y'all done that a little bit before because I've listened to some.
Yeah, but maybe we can do that with Fred Minnick. That would be awesome. But I'll talk about that in last call.
There you go. How sick would it be to work for a bourbon company?
It'd be phenomenal. I think a dream of mine would eventually be like consult.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like the guy who you talked to from Still Austin.
Yeah.
His job seems so sick.
Yeah. The brand manager.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm telling you right now,
I was a student brand manager for Red Bull for Oklahoma State.
Were you really?
Yeah.
So speaking of Red Bull, I love Red Bull. And Kicker,
Red Bull.
It gives you
up
wings.
in Stillwater, it does give you
Not
wings.
a sponsor.
I had 2 today. Probably shouldn't have.
I can
2.
tell.
But Red Bull. I almost went to work for Red Bull in Denver. But my wife didn't want to move further away from family.
I had a job in Denver too. I almost moved to Denver, which I would have loved because I'm a huge Broncos fan.
Yeah.
And I've
Denver's
been to Mile
sick,
High.
dude.
I love
Too.
it.
Denver's
yeah,
sick.
it's not like it is sick. Like they have some of the coolest bars in the U.S.
Denver is awesome.
But their food scene's decent, but there's just a cool place. The people there are so nice.
Denver's
cool,
super sick.
You can go skiing in the mountains when you go into the airport, all that stuff. But anyways,
Did you say the Denver airport?
yeah,
How long do you want this episode to be?
it's an episode that never ends.
No, so the conspiracy theories, I won't talk about them, but for the Denver airport,
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And you've been through the Denver airport. I guarantee you,
multiple times.
You've seen a
I
lot
have
of these.
clients in Denver.
You've seen a lot of these, they're not even conspiracy theories.
No.
It's insane. Insane.
We could have a whole podcast on conspiracy.
I would love
to do that.
Hey, bring me back for a conspiracy theory podcast. I'm super down.
Dude, I'd love to do a conspiracy. I was just about to say we should do a conspiracy theory podcast.
Are we going to do 9/11 and all that?
Are we recording another episode right now?
Stay tuned.
There's more bourbon to go.
The non-political conspiracy theory.
No, the Denver airport's a cool one, though, dude. I love talking about
I've
that
seen
one.
a lot of things on the Denver airport. It's pretty wild.
I've been through it, dude, and it's there. It's like the Freemasons, plaque or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
It's there. It's just sitting there.
It's absolutely there. It's right there in broad daylight.
It's just sitting there as to show off, and then they don't have them anymore. But
I think I might have a picture of it.
I probably do. There was the Nazi killing the dove. Do you remember that? The painting with all the dead children around?
I do.
I saw that one too with my own eyes. The horse itself, with the red eyes, is insane. You know,
Is it crazier than a member of ICE just shooting someone in broad daylight?
well, so
Sorry, we're not going there.
we got way off topic
not
here.
going there.
But
He said non-political conspiracy theory. We bust that out.
immediately got there.
I'm
No.
not being political. I'm talking about human rights.
No, yeah.
That's a difference in being getting political.
Well, so and like I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you're a pro Second Amendment and pro like
I'm a pro-America.
right? Pro America, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, so I don't know much about that. I'm not trying to get super political, but the dude, the dude who got executed for like, they're like, oh, he had a gun on him. It's like, well, he legally had that gun on him. Like, there's nothing wrong with him having that gun on him. You know,
he was an RN.
yeah, like,
And he was helping a lady.
I don't know much about the situation, but like anybody saying that is justification for the government to gun him down, never. That's not justification. That's why we have the Second Amendment, right? It's against a tyrannical government.
I'm just glad I don't live in Minneapolis. I'm cool
Oh,
down here in
dude,
Oklahoma.
yeah. I'm so thankful. I love small town Oklahoma, and people make fun of it all the time. You know, whatever. But
I'm not even going to call. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
hit me. Let's get deep, dog.
Shout out to the people in Minneapolis for sticking up for their people and their rights.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people are going out there getting mauled and gassed and everything else, and we have the right to protest.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you
Absolutely.
agree with it or not, that's what America is about. Freedom. It's about our rights, and I don't want to keep talking about this because we're going to piss people off. But
Well, yeah, because I'm the guy that's like, I'm not going to get shot by an agent because I'm not going to be out there.
no, I'm going to be sitting at
get
home in the
shot.
snowstorm drinking my bourbon.
I'm
But
just
still,
going to be sitting at home drinking bourbon. Like,
but it's my right if I wanted to be out there.
That's how you prevent getting shot. You don't be there.
I agree. So there's a lot I agree with. We could talk about this after the podcast,
Yeah,
more.
that's fine.
But like,
Anyways,
like you said, like literally
be aware. All I ask is be aware of what's going on.
And-
like you need to be aware of what's happening, and we can't stick our head in the sand and just be like, oh, everything's great. Everything's awesome.
Well, I'm so much like to the point, like I love America because we have the freedom to do what we want, right? And that's where I'm at. Like but I'm more libertarian than anything. Just leave me alone, and you leave me alone. You know, like, and so. But I actually would like to talk about this more if y'all want to.
We just need we need a different podcast.
Yeah, we do.
It is because I can talk about a lot, and I'm not going to do that. So.
And I would like to hear it because
we hope you're not at home and not offended by anybody who's saying.
No.
Again, I'm pro America, and a lot of people call me a
nationalist.
no.
You're a freaking white nationalist over here. Look at him.
What is the saying? It's not
You're a
a
straight
Democrat,
white
I
Caucasian
guess,
male.
but I'm a moderate. Like I think
You're a
the
liberal?
majority of
Is it-
people are moderates.
You think people will call you a liberal? Is that what you're saying?
Liberal, yeah. And I'm not a liberal, but I mean, I support a lot of different views.
My voting card says independent because I'm just whatever. I probably lean more towards the conservative side because I'm a very common sense person. But yeah, I agree with a lot of things you guys are saying as far as that stuff goes. But at the same time, if you guys want to change it, you got to put some better candidates out there.
100%.
Well, so
Two-party system ain't working, buddy.
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate. It will never change.
Yeah.
If money's allowed in politics, which it is, and even if it
100%.
wasn't, I'm doing air quotes here. Money wouldn't
It's
be
kind of
involved
like the
in politics,
NIL, right?
Yeah.
Colleges have been paying players since the beginning of time, whether we knew about it or not.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
It's like if you really
Grandma
didn't-
got a new Mercedes Benz,
Yes.
and it's been happening.
Yeah. I mean, you can just hear NFL players they'll talk about it now.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Like, oh, I worked at a car dealership and made
Yeah,
$100,000 a
$100,000
year.
yeah.
You know, it's like, well, you didn't work at a car dealership and you made.
Grandma got a new Benz, $300,000 Benz.
Yeah.
But anyways, we digress.
We do, but it's fun though. I legitimately love like a podcast, and I mean, you guys run your podcast however you want, but just like it flows wherever, you know, like you talk about whatever. And
and I think you see
and
Joe Rogan's all over the place.
I think you should entertain other ideas. Like if you ever find yourself in a situation where you don't ever like entertain other ideas, then you're never going to either strengthen your position or change your mind, right?
Yeah.
And I think both of those are important, right? To challenge your ideas. I don't think you should ever, and I'm big on like.
I 100% agree with that.
I just want to stay away from the too far sides of both spectrums.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure.
Because that's when you get into the really dumb shit, and you're just like, dude, that's like the 5% of people, or 10% of people, and they're just louder than everybody else.
But be willing to have a civil conversation and open to other people's way of thinking.
100%. I see, like, I've been on these sites where you see people like trying to like date and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, if you're this, I don't want to." It's like, who? I don't even think about your political agenda when I'm like trying to date somebody, right?
Yeah.
So like, why is that even like a thing?
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that recently.
I get it. You don't want to be like, oh, super MAGA or super this, but like,
and I can see that with more with religion, but political, like, come on.
get to know somebody for who they are, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
That's
Because we are more common than we are apart,
Yes.
whether we want to believe it or not. And I truly believe that. And that's why I consider myself a moderate. But we're American. We bleed the same blood.
Yep.
We're made up a lot of the same molecules.
Well, and
atoms.
like, as long as you can, I think the biggest thing for me is as long as you can like see something from another perspective, right? So like I think a lot of people now don't even try and see. So like
they
typically
shut down
lean,
and get pissed off.
Exactly, right? I typically lean a
Start
lot.
calling names like, "Oh, you're fascist." You're
Exactly,
this,
yeah.
because you believe that, and it's like that's not what I said at all.
Exactly.
I didn't say any of that stuff.
A lot of times I will lean a lot more. I don't even say conservative anymore. I'm libertarian more than anything. It's just like leave me alone and you do you. Like as long
That's
as
the
that,
problem is
you know.
if they say if you're in the middle anymore, you're conservative, and it's like that's so dumb.
Well,
you should be able to be like whatever we say we are.
So that's the thing. You should be free in America to be whatever you want to be. First off,
But we're forced to be far left
You're
or far
forced
right.
exactly. Yeah, and
That's the problem.
By the 10% of majority,
Yes.
the
Yes.
loud ones out there, it's
and
so ridiculous.
And that's the problem because they divide us and they continue to maintain the power.
Exactly.
The
majority.
smallest majority of people are the freaking
Man,
loudest.
we're getting way off topic here.
Well, because I look at and I'm
Welcome
like,
to
hey.
the Conspiracy Theorist Podcast.
Well, no, I look at somebody who's super liberal and I see like I understand 100% where they're coming from, right? They want the best for people, right? They want people to be able to afford housing. They want people to be able to afford food and to be able to provide for their family. And then I look at the people who are on the far right, and not far right, just who are conservative, and say like, hey, I just want what's mine, and that's like you care for you and I care for me, right? So like I've got no problem with either one of them, and like as long as you can like put yourself in that position where you can see where someone's coming from, you know, their intentions are good, then I don't know. I think that you can get along a lot better.
But it's about forcing the stuff down other people's throats. Is what really kind of screws everything.
Yeah.
Because then you go and you're like, well, this is what I believe. Like, well, then you're the enemy. You know, they look at you like they're the enemy.
Yeah.
And I think that's ridiculous. I think both sides are ridiculous. And I think we all just need to come together. Like Billy Bob Thornton was like, we need a common sense, political party. And I'm like, yeah, dude, exactly. That's what I mean. We need to just like,
who is it?
Thomas Paine, dude. He wrote Common Sense.
I have to
Let's reread that, brother.
I'll have to go read
like,
it.
that's
Yeah.
what, we want just like people who come up there and just speak common sense and say, stop this other bullshit and just come together. Who cares?
Yep.
Live your life the way you want. As far as we know, we have one life. Live your life to the fullest.
Yep.
You know, I have a motto, you know, if you go a day without laughter, it's a day wasted. I truly believe that because we don't know how long we're going to live. So go out there,
life is short.
Enjoy your life, go out, have vacations, do whatever you want to do. Just like getting so caught up in all this political bullshit and just spending all your time doing this and putting all your energy into this and putting all your happiness and turning it into misery. It's so, it's so draining.
Where are we at our best is when we come together for a common good, whether it's a bourbon community, whether it's a charity community, whether it's all intertwined or combined. So anyways, I think we have...
We're a community that's together. It's what we really want.
We really need community.
And we're trying to...
We do.
And comparing it to a bourbon community, we all want to be... Because you got to... Like, you haven't been to a bourbon drop, but we've been to bourbon drops and...
You need to come with us to a bourbon drop, man.
Listen, I want to go to bourbon drops. I want to go to CDH tournaments. I want to go play... I want to go play intramurals. I want to do all the things.
Do it all. I'm
Stay at his house every now and then.
Intramurals. What kind of intramurals?
Just basketball, dude.
Okay.
I'm a basketball guy.
I'll play some soccer, though. You want to play some soccer?
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, so there's Billy. You know Billy, right?
Blackburn,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So that whole team, I played soccer with most of them, except for Billy.
Billy didn't know though.
Billy's older than I am.
Totally stopped Billy in soccer, man.
So
he was a great player though.
Do you know Ray Mata?
Yeah, BJ too. What?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyways, I would love to play on that team. It's Steven, like a bunch of my people I know play
Was
on
that the one in Sherman?
NRL team. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Billy talked to me about a long time ago, but yeah,
I don't think Billy goes very often.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy.
He's super busy. Yeah.
Just like you.
Hey, you talk about somebody busy. Got to be one of the busiest people.
Yeah. We need to get Billy on the podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be good. He'd be
Billy's a good dude.
Yeah, I like Billy. We went to school together, graduated together.
Did you graduate same year?
We played soccer together. Yeah.
Well, what year was that?
03, baby. Representing. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't care, you youngins.
No,
Please delete that from the record.
I was in 8th grade that year.
Bunch of babies around here.
No, I've talked to Billy many times. I like Billy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He helps us out whenever we need some plumbing work. So does Chase Wilkie. I graduated
Married
Chase
to his
Wilkie.
high school
Wilkie
sweetheart,
Plumbing, yeah.
Kaylee. Both are great people. So good stuff. Shout out to the
Bunch of
Blackburns.
doodles.
I want to go to Interstellar
Hit me.
real quick.
Oh, we
do not go quiet
completely
into
went
that
off
good
on
night.
conspiracy and
I've been-
politics
I've
and
been
bullshit.
patiently waiting for the. Okay, so
That's a tattoo I'm going to get as well.
what?
Do
You
not
can't
go
triple stamp a
quiet
double
into
stamp.
that good night. And it's going to be a
Okay.
astronaut floating into space.
I love Interstellar.
Rage
The-
against the dying.
The
of
only
light.
problem I have is like him going into the black hole, and then it's like
So-
time travel, and then somehow he survives. And I'm like, I think you're just gonna straight up just get fucking flattened in a black
Well, we
hole.
don't know. We don't know that.
So-
We don't, but like it's
Science,
basically
so
pulling
science-wise,
gravity
we
in.
don't know what's going to happen in a black hole.
I've actually studied a lot
I
about
can
black
defend
holes.
that.
I don't know how much y'all have looked into black holes or not.
I've
I know
done
that-
some
I know that,
research. I have a
So-
science mind, my friend.
Okay, so you know about a black hole. The reason that it's called a black hole is because we do not receive anything back from it, right? We cannot perceive it, right? So it's the same idea is if we are in this galaxy and there's another galaxy right here and they're floating away at the speed of light, right? We will never see this galaxy because the speed of light travels at a set amount, and if it's traveling away from us at the speed of light, we cannot perceive that. It's not to say that it's not there, right? So that's kind of one of my theories about a black hole is that it's traveling away from us so quickly that we can't gather. That's why there's just a black hole in it, that we can't gather information out of it. But yes, so the idea that like it's the gravity is so intense that not even light can escape it, right? That's the idea of a black hole. You know, what is a black hole? Like we have literally no like information about what it
definition
is
of a
or,
black
or
hole,
what
yeah.
it could be.
Well, he talked to
Yes, there's theories.
he
Yeah.
discussed. I know the director Christopher Nolan
Took some liberties for certain.
he spoke to
So apparently, I love
he spoke
Christopher
to-
Nolan movies. I love The Prestige. The Prestige. I haven't seen The Odyssey.
He spoke
Love
to
The
Kip
Prestige.
Thorne. He talked to Kip Thorne about the whole black hole theory, and he talked to a bunch of other professionals about it. And so
Well, so yeah, because that's the thing. Like you would think that it would,
Away from the mic.
you know, essentially crush you,
Christopher
right? Because
Nolan's
it's
a genius.
I love Christopher
I
Nolan.
do too. I
There's
can't wait
like-
to watch the Odyssey. I'm super excited to watch the Odyssey.
Is it so Odyssey with like
The Odyssey.
what's the name? What's the Copernicus? Is that who's in the Odyssey? Who's in the Odyssey?
shoot, man, you just caught me
Oh
off
my
guard.
God.
Yeah.
I think you might.
I know Matt Damon's in it. I know.
No, I'm
Tom
saying like
Holland's
the
in it, right?
character in the
No,
Odyssey.
I know.
Is it
It's,
Copernicus?
You may be right.
Yeah, maybe I'm way off. But Beowulf, I don't know if y'all remember Beowulf.
Yeah,
I really like
Beowulf
that
is
too.
a great book.
Yeah. But anyways, as far as a black hole, yes, took some serious liberties as far as like stretching out, you know, Murph's room forever, right? And him going and communicating.
No, it's Homer.
Homer?
Like
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Well, Homer who wrote it.
Oh, Homer.
Who's the
that's
character in
right.
it?
It's Odysseus.
Odysseus,
Penelope,
yeah, not Copernicus.
Telemachus.
Um,
Argos.
But so speaking of Interstellar as well, I've got into watches on a very, very small level, right? And I don't know if you know how much you know about Hamilton is the watch company that produced the Murph, which is in the movie. And it's a Hamilton Murph is what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's one of my watches, like unicorns, whatever you want to call it. It's not super expensive or anything like that, but I want to buy one of those at one point because I love Interstellar so much. It's got a little bit of a change. It's a khaki, Hamilton Field khaki, but it's got a little bit of a change in the case and a little bit of a change in the minute and the second hand and the hour hand. It's a little bit more elegant, I would say, you know. Super beautiful watch. If y'all ever want to talk about watches,
I love
you should have my
watches.
dad on.
Yeah,
sometime.
dude,
My
that'd be good. That'd be great. I
huge
love
fan.
watches.
Do you feel like he went back and he found what's her name's character?
So what do you mean by that?
Because it kind of leaves it ambiguous, like, oh, she's out there.
Oh,
go
you
get
talking
her.
about
It's like 11.
Dr. Brink or whatever her name is, the daughter of the doctor.
Yeah.
He left. I feel like that he left it open to make a second movie. To be honest with you, to go find her.
Yeah, but I don't think he is. I don't think he.
I don't think he's going to make another one either.
No.
Did he go find her? Maybe. Who knows? You know, it might have been a pointless mission. I think it was. I do think that they brushed past like him meeting his daughter again too quickly and to go out. But also like, hey, she said like, you know, you're meant for more than this, essentially, right? Don't watch your daughter die.
It is, but at the same time, like, so Dr. Brent is her name.
Brent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was just like, well, so what's their lives like whenever he goes and gets her? Like, what's the whole purpose of the journey to go, get her?
At that point, yeah, I don't even know if he has a return in that one because he just took a small shuttle route, right? He didn't take an endurance out or anything.
And I mean, their technology could have been a lot better to where he could just go straight to her.
Yeah.
But like, what's your life like at that point? Like, you're dead. You don't know.
Oh, your daughter's dead. Yeah. It's him building a new life.
Her family's dead.
Yes.
Like, yeah. It's like, what's the purpose?
For 100%, it's him building a new life with Dr. Brandt, if that's whatever happened,
And that was kind of my things is like,
the ending wasn't my favorite.
I get the,
This is like the extended cut.
Yeah.
I get the ambiguity, but I'm like, what's the purpose of him going back? Like, he basically completed everything he wanted. Yeah, go get her, but like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do with that?
Yeah, my thought is he just fell in love with her, and like that was the
Garrett watches movies differently than we watch movies.
But no, but Garrett watches movies like from a filmmaker's perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I like.
That's why he's on the podcast.
Well, and because okay, let's talk about what's his name, the guy who likes feet, the director
Tarantino.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's talk about Tarantino. What are your favorite movies of Tarantino and why?
Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, let me give you my perspective on Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
Right.
That movie.
It came out when I was like in middle school or high school, right? And all the ads for it, I need to go back and watch it. So this is 100% just ignorant Holden talking right here. But the ads for it were just killing Nazis, right? And it was just like a gung ho movie, just going and blasting Nazis.
I want you on your team because you're good at killing Nazis.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then I watched the movie, and 3/4 of the movie is about a girl in a small town hiding
With a cinema.
Yeah. And so me as an 8th or 9th grade year old, boy was like, this is boring and not fun to watch, So I need to go back and watch it. So pick a different one outside of Inglourious Bastards because I don't have a
Pulp Fiction. One of my favorites. I know it's not as high.
I watched Pulp Fiction. Like I told you guys before the pod.
Phenomenal movie.
About
Phenomenal. Bruce Willis.
probably 5 years ago, right?
What is Pulp Fiction about?
So Pulp Fiction is literally about 2 days worth of events.
Yeah, it's like basically.
It's about nothing.
It really is about nothing.
It kind of jumps all over the place.
It
and
does.
You're
It does. It's kind of like telling a story from a murderer.
I love Reservoir Dogs. I'm a big Reservoir Dogs fan.
I do like Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is great.
Yeah,
Amazing
right?
movie.
Yeah.
And so, when you look at Pulp Fiction, you're like, this is a little all over the place, but it's a great movie. It has some great moments. Like the Royale with cheese scene is great. In the car where he accidentally blows his face off is great. Mm-hmm. When he goes and does the dance with her, and then he has to stick her in the chest with the needle,
Yeah.
But when you think of the overall movie, it's I can get why people say this is overrated because it's just kind of a whole lot of nothing, really.
It is a whole lot of nothing, but
it's got great acting.
No, but
I'm
I'm just looking at people's perspective because a lot of people call it one of the most overrated movies of all time, and I'm like, I can get that. I love the movie, right?
I do.
But is it one of the greatest movies of all time?
It's entertaining. It's fun to watch. I've enjoyed it.
It is entertaining, and
that's what I value.
Yeah, no, and it's about
I watch
human
something to be
experience, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of very humanly.
Yeah.
I mean, it also has some consequences for your actions, kind of thing, and
it's got humor.
How intertwined things are.
Yeah,
there's so much how things are connected with murders and people showing up and different things.
To me, I can see where people say it's one of the it's overrated because I feel like it's one of Tarantino's weakest scripts he's ever written, and it's because he's so meticulous and such good at character writing that some of his other stuff kind of overpowers Pulp Fiction.
What's his George Clooney movie he did with the vampires?
He didn't do that one. That was Robert Rodriguez. He was in it. It was From Dusk Till Dawn. I mean, that's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun vampire. It's Robert Rodriguez.
Selma
Hayek,
most beautiful.
But Selma Hayek is
one of the most beautiful women in the world.
What else she act in? I'm terrible with actors and actresses' names.
Oh, Selma Hayek? She's been in a ton of
name me one so I can picture her.
I probably named
Dusk Till
something.
Dawn.
I don't watch that movie.
She was in.
He's in the movie with Samuel Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, the assassin movie.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. What about it?
That's the assassin movie.
That's Angelina Jolie.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know who Selma Hayek is? Okay.
No, I know who she is now because Garrett showed me. But I'm terrible.
She's in
with,
the Odyssey too.
There you go.
He-Man's Bodyguard. Is that what you're trying to think of?
Yeah, He-Man's. Yeah, that movie.
So I haven't seen Hateful Eight. I would like to see it. I know it's like essentially just dialogue.
Did you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Nope.
Great.
Man, like you're like, I haven't seen any of these Tarantino movies.
I know.
I love Kill Bill.
The whole day watching
I do.
movies.
I love Kill Bill for what it is. I'm a big Kill Bill fan.
I watched it, like I said, on my flight back from Saudi, and I just didn't get hooked.
What did you not like about it?
Like, I don't know. Like, what's crazy is that I liked. So the first time I watched Pulp Fiction, I liked it, and I didn't know why, and I still don't know why. But I watched Kill Bill, and I never got hooked like that.
It's a classic, man.
But Kill Bill's a classic. Kill Bill's a classic.
Did you watch Django Unchained?
I love Django.
Okay.
Love Django.
But Django's great. Like
Django's a great movie.
And it's got great performances. Like Christoph Waltz and Tarantino go together better than any acting, directing duo.
He is very good.
Other than holy crap, I just forgot his freaking name. You got Leonardo DiCaprio and holy crap, I just went
Jonah Hill?
No.
You talking about Wolf of Wall Street here?
Think of the director of Wolf of Wall Street. What is his freaking name? Oh my God. Hey, Cody, who was the director of I
have to piss so bad,
I do
bro.
too.
You can take a break. This episode should be concluded.
Scorsese. That's it.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Like Leo and Scorsese go good together, but I think Tarantino and Christoph Waltz go.
So tell me this: should Leo have won is it an Oscar?
He should have won an Oscar for The Aviator. He was way overdue for one.
Never seen that movie.
It was when he played Howard Hughes, and he's insanely good.
Yeah,
insanely good.
One of the best acting.
I need to watch it. I haven't watched a lot of DiCaprio movies. So I'm not a movie buff.
Like, he's up for Best Actor
for one battle after another, which was I don't know. I thought it was kind of a stupid movie.
Yeah,
personally.
I'm not a huge movie buff.
I'm not a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan either.
But I love movies though. It's a stupid dichotomy that like doesn't make any sense. I just don't spend the time watching movies that I should. Right? If that makes sense.
You need to go back. Have you seen Godfather and Goodfellas? I'm about to leave. We're shutting the podcast down.
So I have seen Godfather.
Okay.
Has it been 20 years?
That's fine. Yes. You've seen it at least.
Yes.
Have you seen Goodfellas?
Who's in Goodfellas? Let me see.
Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro.
Hey, you guys are saying names that like I should know these people.
Oh my
Let's get off the movie.
Let's get off the movie. You're not doing it very well. You're not highlighting yourself great.
I know, fellas.
It's okay. You just need to.
No, I have not watched Goodfellas.
We'll give you credit. It's my favorite mafia movie.
Okay, I need to watch Goodfellas.
Yeah,
was it on Netflix? YouTube?
No, it's probably on some free.
When you look it up, it should tell you what it's on.
The Departed.
The Party's amazing. Great, it's one of my favorite movies. That's one. That might be my favorite Martin Scorsese.
Hey, listen,
that's another one where Leo probably should have won the Oscar.
I'm a big fan of
Jack Nicholson.
Big fan of
Matt Damon.
Ocean's 11, dude. Like,
I love Ocean's 11. Dude, it's one of the funniest. Dude, that movie's so. I love that movie. Absolutely.
What's his name? Not Brad Pitt.
George Clooney.
But George Clooney. I love George Clooney.
In that movie, he's phenomenal.
No, just in any movie.
I love Brad Pitt.
Batman ever.
I keep coming back to. I watch Brad Pitt movies and I love Formula One. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I think he does a great job. Just Brad Pitt's a phenomenal actor.
Brad Pitt's sick.
He's from Shawnee, Oklahoma. Did you realize?
Is he really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Brad Pitt is from
Shawnee,
was
Oklahoma?
it Tulsa? I thought
Shawnee,
it was Tulsa.
I believe. He's from Oklahoma.
Yeah, Shawnee's pretty close to Tulsa.
There's almost no Brad Pitt movies that I don't like.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Watch Formula One. It's really good.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Actually, well,
funny enough, I've watched the first half of 7. Haven't finished it.
Oh my God!
I know.
All right, we need to move away from
Garrett
movies
right now.
Right.
We'll make you a list of movies you must watch and change your life.
Have you watched The Princess Bride?
Yeah, I watched Princess Bride.
Okay, thank fucking God, because I think that's the one movie you have to have at least watched.
I've watched The Princess Bride. What's he say? Something about
As you wish.
He made his own poison resistance.
yeah.
I need to go back on. It's been a long time since I've seen The Princess
That's
Bride.
one of the best, like...
That's his favorite movie.
I know.
it's not my favorite movie.
It's up
he
there.
loves that movie.
Psycho is probably my favorite movie.
American Psycho?
Psycho.
No, Psycho.
Or In Bruges. I love In Bruges.
American
a lot,
Psycho is
too.
awesome too.
So
Christian Bale?
one of my buddies
Yeah, I love
introduced
that
me to American Psycho in college.
American
and
Psycho's great.
I tried to watch it with my wife the other day, but we wound up watching
Christian Bale is
something different.
such an amazing actor.
Hey, Paul!
I think Christian,
Just think about the Thor movie, Love and Thunder, and how great Gore was, and Christian Bale, and they run that freaking
Gore
character.
could have been so much better.
Which
if
one's
they-
Gore? Is he the one who like?
He's the
He's a
villain.
god killer.
Give me a second. Freaking A.
But
Gore?
Yeah,
he could have been better if he actually murdered gods like he was supposed to.
yeah. They
If they
didn't
had
show-
taken the whole Jane Foster thing out of it and made it more about
Yeah,
Thor
that
and-
was. I don't know. That was
Okay.
just a terrible movie.
It was very
This guy?
forced.
Yep.
Oh, that was Christian Bale. No kidding.
Yeah.
He didn't even know it was Christian Bale.
I think Christian Bale's sick. I think Christian
Dude,
Bale's
yeah,
a
best. I think he's the best
phenomenal actor.
Batman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Sorry, Michael Keaton.
The Dark Knight is the best
Michael
Batman,
Keaton
right?
is the go-to Batmans. I don't care
Yeah.
what you say.
We're saying the Dark Knight's the best Batman, though, right?
100%. It's been
Michael
voted.
Michael Keaton.
No, Christian Bale. Sorry. You can't have the best Batman movie and not be in the best Batman movie. Michael Keaton's
not
great.
saying The
I
Dark
love
Knight-
Michael Keaton.
I'm not saying The Dark Knight's the best Batman movie, though.
Well, you're wrong because the consensus is. Yes.
Dark Knight is like up there. You look at like top
It's the
100
greatest
movies.
comic
it's
book
like top
movie
20.
ever.
But is it because of Batman or is it because of the Joker?
Well, so hey, who directed it actually?
Who's Heath Ledger?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
I've decided I'm a Christopher Nolan fanboy.
Absolutely.
More than anybody
And
else.
that's why I'm excited about the
Hey,
Odyssey.
So hot take here. I actually prefer The Dark Knight Rises over The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't disagree. I don't
disagree.
I think Tom Hardy does
Tom
great
Brady's
as Bane.
great, man.
Dude,
He's
Tom
got
Hardy. I think
seven
Tom Hardy
Super Bowls.
is
I think
he's great as
incredibly
Bane.
underrated.
I
Yeah,
love Tom Hardy.
I think Tom
I'm
Hardy-
a huge Tom Hardy fan.
thought darkness is your ally.
I just wish to God.
in it, molded by it.
I just wish to God we could make a good Venom movie because he's so good. He has so much potential.
what's the guy who the British guy who plays the gangster?
In what?
The TV shows.
What?
He's like, he's the gangster guy and British guy. They wore the hats, not the stupid hats. I was
Oh,
gonna
Peaky
say.
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's in Peaky
Cillian
Blinders.
Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. Do you remember the Tom Hardy scenes?
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Dog.
Phenomenal.
Tom Hardy is insane.
Dude, he's a
If
dog.
you really
in
want to
that.
watch a great Tom
Brothers?
Hardy movie,
Peaky Blinders
Brothers?
are phenomenal.
Rock and
Brothers
Rolla.
is great.
Rock and Rolla.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll is
He
good.
plays Gay Bob.
I gotta piss. I'm sorry, boys.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
that's
boys.
fine.
I'm pausing.
Should we or should we just wrap this up? Because how long are we?
217.
2:17.
Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. So last call. Last call with the Bourbon Nerds. So last call, we've got a couple things. One, we're going to be hanging out with Blue at Hochtown. Shout out to him and happy belated birthday.
We're going to try to make the trek up there tomorrow. We'll see how the roads
Yeah,
allow.
fingers crossed.
Luckily, we have a place to stay, so as long as we make it
Yep.
there, we can maybe stay
can make
and
there.
chill and drink a lot of bourbon, you know?
Yep. We'll see what happens there. And then newsflash, Fred Minnick just came out with his top 100 bourbons and
GTS 25.
yeah,
Well, number one.
representing, which I have a bottle of that. So I was originally going to get rid of it, but I think I'm going to hold on to it. But other crazy news is I was talking to him on his live and emailed him and he's committed to being on the Bourbon Nerds podcast. So details to come. I'm hoping we can make this happen, but I have an email confirmation of that. So boys from Oklahoma gonna represent and hopefully get him on. That would be a super awesome guest. Fred Minnick's a beloved member of the bourbon community and ascots and all the stuff that he does. And shout out to him. But
Other than that, we have the Pelican Liquor 1 year anniversary, which I believe will be in March. We'll
Yeah.
post details on that.
For sure.
The owner of Pelican Liquor has invited us potentially to be a barrel pick participants in
absolutely.
April.
And also from Sippin' Liquor, we also
Sippin'
are talking to
Liquor.
them about doing a barrel select with them as well. We've got some barrels kits that we need to try and working on a sticker and stuff. So we've got some exciting things happening. And then as Holden mentioned earlier, we're going to get video up soon. So I'll work with Garrett. We'll figure out exactly what we need to do with that. But I know you want to see our beautiful faces, and we apologize it's been too long. So
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, we appreciate all the support again. We're very excited for 2026. We've got a lot. It looks like we're already starting to mark off things that we have on our vision board for this year. We've got awesome new Yeti little tumbler things you can buy from us. We've still got some leftover t-shirts, and we still have a store. So, and then hopefully we'll come out with our Patreon or whatever our additional revenue stream, and we're working on some sponsorship as well. So again, all to create the Buy More Bourbon and create more content. We're expected to do more
money
review
into
videos.
the channel, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
once again, thank you, Holden, for coming on to the podcast. Do you have
Absolutely.
any last words for us? Or
yeah.
Hey, I just want y'all to know, even though we don't have video, it's a big bourbon hug right now. Garrett and
Huge
Cody.
bourbon hug.
Huge
Yeah.
bourbon hug.
Bourbon hug, guys. And we got a ton of balls right here. We need to take a few pictures, but
There you go. Yeah.
we
Thank
can
you guys for
post-
having me, man. I appreciate
No,
it.
yeah, we do.
I've loved it from the get go, and I'm sorry. I'm a visual person, so I've listened to a couple of podcasts of people I know, but
he needs to see us.
I need a YouTube video.
So
is what
once
I
we
need.
get video, he'll be a daily viewer, and then a monthly. Yeah, we're working on. We want to start monthlies in March, I think, because February is already.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe in February. Maybe we can do it in February. February or March. We're going to start doing a monthly every month. You can guys hang out,
monthly
drink.
live.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
or monthly live. Yeah. So you guys can support us that way, or just come hang out, whatever else. So we appreciate it, and then we appreciate it. If you're tuning in, you're new to this, we hope you enjoyed this episode. I know we got a little bit off the deep end towards the end, but again, we appreciate all your support. Like, subscribe, leave us a review. Tell us, give us your feedback. If you hate us, love us, if there's things you want us to focus on, let us know. We will definitely read your comments and take it to apply. And we hope you survive Snowgeddon. And we're gonna end up pour with some Michter's 10 and finish it off. So that's it. I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
The Bourbon Nerds podcast is hosted and executive produced by Cody Mills and Garrett Welch. The show is produced, mixed, and edited by me, Ethan Adams. The show features original music by Alex Pitts. You can find the Bourbon Nerds on all the major social media platforms. Please follow, rate, and review the show on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice. It really does help the show. Please don't hesitate to send an email or message on social media. We love to hear your thoughts, comments, and bourbon suggestions. The Bourbon Nerds would like to remind the audience to always drink responsibly, know your limits, and never drink and drive. Be sure to check in every Sunday for a brand new episode. Cheers!